Joe's presents Do You Know Pizza? The exciting trivia game where if you don't know pizza, just wing it. True or false? Romanian Christian Dimitru ate 200 pounds of pizza in a week.
Live tonight from Olsen Stadium, Metro Sports TV and CF Industries is proud to present live high school football as the Bishop Heelan Crusaders take on the East High Black Raiders in one of the state's longest and best football rivalries. Metro Sports TV is a leader in live high school sports streaming across the Midwest, now featured in Sioux City, Sioux Falls, Des Moines, and the Lakes region, and of course on demand wherever you may be. Whatever device you like to use to stream, go to Metro Sports TV on YouTube, online at Metro Sports TV, or with our tremendous partners at KCAU Channel 9, Sioux City, KFSY Channel 13 in Sioux Falls, and you can also go to Premier Communications as well. For the best in live televised high school sports, watch Metro Sports TV. Hi, everybody. This is Pat Schultz. This is the Central Bank pregame show, and joining us tonight is the East High football legend. He played in this rivalry, he coached in this rivalry. Now he gets to broadcast. Brian Jepson joining us here tonight, and we're expecting a great football game in front of a big crowd here on Thursday night.
Yeah, Pat, just great to be here tonight, and you kind of circle this game and look forward to it all year. This is traditionally one of the biggest rivalries in the state of Iowa. It's going back 87 years that this game has been played, and I just remember as a kid coming with my dad to watch the games in the 70s, those great East and Heelan teams, and then being able to play it in the 80s under Coach Fiegel. We played 2 playoff games and 2 regular season games, and just a hard battle between the 2 schools. And then also been able to coach in the 90s and 2000s, and still coaching at the middle school level today. But this rivalry is unparalleled, and we're just glad to have it here in Sioux City, and we got a great night for football.
Yeah, it is rather hot. The little breeze coming out of the south, not more than a little breeze, about 15 miles an hour. But these 2 football teams, Bishop Heelan 2-0, Class 3A, East High 1-1, disappointing loss Friday night.
Yeah, East coming off a loss to Sergeant Bluff, kind of unexpected. I talked to Coach Winklepleck last week. He thought practices really weren't up to stuff. The intensity last week was kind of down a little bit, and things just didn't go their way. They didn't get the bounces on turnovers and stuff, and kind of got behind a running team, and it didn't work out well for them. But this week, he said they responded well for practice. I expect them to come out and play one of their better games tonight. We know how Coach LaFleur has got this Heelan team to the state runner-up last year, and picked up their program, and they're playing well, and they're off to a 2-0 start, so we should have a great game tonight.
Some awful good football players playing tonight, but let's talk a little bit about the coaches. Coach Winklepleck played at Bishop Heelan, now coaching against Bishop Heelan. As we said, not too pleased about his football team's performance Friday, but he said the week of practice was awfully good.
Yep. I remember I was actually coaching varsity football when Winklepleck was on the opposite sideline, and I know he was a tough one to bring down. He played defense and offense, and he made a lot of catches, and now he's been coaching at East, and he's been teaching at East, and he's really rallied the troops and done a good job with his 3rd year coming into the program, and they've been playing well from his 1st year right on in, but yeah, he knows this is a big game, and he knows preparation this week was important, and he kind of likes what they saw this week out of practice.
I know you just ran up here. You had an 8th grade game in Hinton, came running up here.
I spent a lot of time on the football field this week, but hey, where else would you rather be? Yeah.
Absolutely. Nobody loves the game of football like Brian Jepson. Heelan, head coach John LaFleur, of course, an unbelievable football player. Went here at Heelan, All-State 2 years in a row. Went to the University of Iowa, all Big Ten honors. His dad was a great linebacker at Iowa. I just get a kick, all those YouTube tapes popping up. Number 55 for the University of Iowa back in the early 70s. Dan LaFleur out there making tackles. His son John took over this program, has rebuilt it, like you said, in a championship game last year. Now, I tell John, anything I don't like about your coaching is you didn't start early enough. You should have been coaching 20 years ago.
He's done an outstanding job, and the LaFleur name is just notorious with Heelan. In his family, so many great athletes and so many family members that have played at Heelan, and yeah, what a great career he's had, high school, college, and he's got this Heelan team moving on all cylinders.
Yep, and you're going to get a little look at our drone look. Metro Sports TV brought out the drone, and our pilot Jason Vore will be showing you great views tonight from above Olsen Stadium on this beautiful night for football, and the crowd comes in. We've seen this for a Bishop Heelan game in East. We've seen the big crowd, and even on a Thursday, we're going to have a good one.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Thursday night football. short week of practice, but no matter when they play this game, it's always exciting, and the kids play hard.
You bet. So we also are down at field level as great Mitch McCumber is running the mobile camera. We got cameras all over the place. We were out here early at 4 o'clock stringing all this stuff up. Now let's see, hope it works.
The operation just gets bigger and bigger and smoother and smoother.
Oh, so, boy, tell me about it.
Yeah. But, no, it's a great operation. I love that drone look. Yeah, I was watching your game a couple weeks ago at the drone lake, look up at the lakes, and I was like, wow, that's a good picture. Boy, it really comes in nice.
Yeah, we don't bring it out a lot, but when we do, it really adds to the broadcast indeed. Tonight's football game is brought to you by CF Industries. CF Industries provides clean energy to feed and fuel the world, and you can find your next career at CF Industries as they present tonight's football game as we get set, which we think is going to be a great game. And players to watch tonight, of course, when you talk about East High, you talk about the quarterback, Cal Jepson. Cal was running for his life last week, but still ended up having a pretty solid game.
Yeah, he was pressured a little bit more than I've seen him in the past, but he does a good job scrambling, and he still is able to put the ball on the money. And he's hoping to get it to his receivers, hoping to get it to the speedster Grimsley, and a sure receiver Ashcraft, and Austin Shepard stepped up with a couple touchdown passes. Miles Wager coming out of the backfield has been doing a great job, and Breifogel. And then also you got Monase Kasango. He's been a big tight end, sometimes down on the goal line. It's called in a touchdown pass. So. He's definitely got some weapons, and I know they like to get out and sling it, and they like to move fast.
Each game we bring you the Vern Ide keys to the game, and tonight's keys to the game in a big game here on Thursday night between Heelan and East. The keys to the game, Coach Winkelplex said, number one, they have to play with some intensity. Didn't do it last week.
Intensity, enthusiasm, momentum, excitement, that's all part of the game. And then if something goes bad, a little adversity, we've heard it all throughout our playing, overcoming adversity. There's going to be bounces that go bad, you make a bad play, but it's how you respond after a bad play and pick yourself up that dictates, how you're going to play for that game.
Number two, they need to stop the run. Didn't do that against Sergeant Bluff. Bishop Heelan doesn't throw the ball much, so they're going to have to stop the run.
No, Heelan's been a rush team. I know that the Thomas kid, he had 5 touchdowns the first game. He's been a strong runner. I'm hearing that I don't know if he's playing or not tonight. I guess we'll find out this first series.
Yeah.
But he's been a thoroughbred back for them in the first couple of games.
And number 3, Coach Winkelplex said they have matchups, good matchups. He thinks, especially wide, they're going to have to use them.
Yeah. Matchups, getting their speedy receivers on their DBs. I think that's where they're going to look to exploit Heelan. Heelan probably hasn't seen a passing team like East yet this year.
Okay, Jacob Burrell's going to tee it up, and we're underway. He's kicking downwind and gets a high, long kick that's going to be caught in the end zone, and they wanted to run it out, but the officials said, nope, under our rules you can't do that. So Axel Guerrero is going to put the ball back up, and that was Grant Whitscomb who caught the ball, just a sophomore. He's going to stay out there and start, as the quarterback is Carson Fitch. He is a 5'11", 165-pound senior, and he is not asked to throw the ball. Not a very big kid. He looks, and if he's 5'11", I'm 6'4", so not asked to do a whole lot in the air as they line up in the power eye. His football team is a power running team like you think Coach LaFleur's team would be, as East High gets a great penetration right away on the first carry, and jumping in there quickly was Kason Claiborne coming up from his free safety, almost a hybrid linebacker position, to make the tackle on number 4, Avery Favors. So it'll be second down at the 22. Thanks for joining us on Metro Sports as we live stream again. You can catch us on Metro Sports, and you can see us from above tonight here as a full weekend. We'll be up in Sioux Falls for 2 big football games, and Rob Manor will be in West Sioux for Central Line West Sioux. Second down for Bishop Heelan. They'll run power. The ball put on the ground, scrambling for it, and there's the energy that East High needed as they recover a fumble on the second play of the game. As coming up with it is I believe number 42, James Hogenkamp, and Hogenkamp comes from his outside linebacker position, makes a play. Here's our KCAU instant replay, as you saw that, and then watch all the highlights tonight. As the deep handoff, Jepson, you don't want to turn the ball over this fast.
No, it looked like just kind of a bad handoff, mishandling of the ball, and you definitely don't want to start the game with a turnover, especially in your own territory. So.
Yeah, Eagle dropped that before you got to the line of scrimmage, as the lead back, as we mentioned, was not out there, as Kason Thomas, a 6'3", 220-pound junior, has carried the ball most of the season, not out there right now. Cal Jepson leads the East attack as they come in right here, gets a high snap, almost turned it over, going with the lob play, and that's going to be pass interference as the defenders, they're going to say uncatchable. So that's a good way to defend it, but Cal put a little too much air under that one as he was looking for Shepard, I believe, out there, and it'll be second down as Austin Shepard, who's done a nice job. He's out to the left. Cal Jepson is the quarterback, thrown for over 500 yards. Miles Wagger is the tailback. Yes, he's one of the Wagger boys. This is the baby, Miles. Of course, Father Rick was a star here at East High, went on to play professionally at Canadian League, and of course Brandon played in the NFL. He started for Heelan, and Jack played, his brother played at Purdue. Cal looks, fires a bullet, is caught, and on his knees for a first down, very close to his first down, is Lawden Grimsley, and they expect a lot of Lawden tonight.
Yeah, the big speedy receiver, runs good routes there. You just see with the 10-yard curl comeback and nice pitch and catch for the first down.
So good start. Cal Jepson, you're going to see throws on the run as well as any quarterback you will see. Miles Wagger to his left on a first down. This is Miles getting to the line of scrimmage, and a host of Crusaders, or you call them a host of Crusaders, a bunch of Crusaders, were right there.
Yep, they were rallying to the ball. Good penetration there by Heelan's front seven, getting in there and limiting the Black Raiders to no gain.
Big number 74 in there, Hayden Oversgaard at 6'4", 280. Was waiting for him. So second down, Cal Jepson. East recovered a fumble early, on the move inside the 10-yard line of East High. Two receivers left, two backs for Cal Jepson. They're going to go with the zone play, and Miles Wagner bounces to the outside, runs over, and gets down very close to the goal line. Him and Avery Favors came up and hit each other hard, but Miles gets to the 1-yard line, and Miles bigger and stronger this year.
Yep, nice. They ran the motion. They ran motion, loaded up on the left side, and have Wagner come back to the right side, and he took it right down to the 1-yard line.
Cal Jepson in a hurry. They come up on third down. There's a snap. Miles Wagner gets a call, goes to the outside. Touchdown East High, just like that. The Black Raiders jump ahead 6-0.
Good start there. Good start. Turnover hurt Heelan, but he's capitalizes it. And what do you got to do? You got to capitalize on turnovers, and he's did that, and they're off to a good start tonight.
I happened to see Wags today and Cal in the hallways at East High, and they both said they're going to play well, and they're off to a great start. So Burrell will come up for the extra point, just like that. East High leads 7-0. Snap is good. Kick is blocked. Great penetration again by the Crusaders, as Kason Thomas, who we talked about him. They're not going to play him in offense, but he's going to play special teams, and he makes a block. If you can do that, you probably can run the ball a little bit from scrimmage.
I would think so.
We'll be back right after this at 6-0. East High leads.
Yeah, that happened.
Auto start from you. Oh, welcome back as the Eastern Black High Raiders take the lead 6-0 as they jump ahead. Bodega Grill on historic Court Street, one of tonight's advertisers for this football game, and Family First Dental located in 30 locations across northwest Iowa and northeast Nebraska. Thanks to all of our advertisers for making all these broadcasts that Metro Sports do possible. There's a lot of those. As we said, West Sioux Central Line with Rob Maynard tomorrow, and then I made a mistake. Saturday is the President Bowl. We'll have a doubleheader as Sioux Falls our city teams will get together. It'll be Washington versus Jefferson, Lincoln against Roosevelt. So that'll be Brad Newitt and the Sioux Falls Metro Sports crew will be down there, and a little later in the month we'll be heading down to Des Moines for the West Des Moines Valley as Metro Sports will have West Des Moines Valley Tigers as one of our featured schools. How's that sound, Jeps?
That's a good school to have. Yeah, they play some wild, good games, good football. Now every game down there is just a pivotal game.
Stay tuned. At halftime, we'll have our East High football legend, and he certainly is a legend. As well, stay tuned at halftime as each game we bring that handoff. Now, I hope they got Thomas in there, but I believe that's Favors, and there's nothing going right there as your lead back goes out. And the East High Black Raider defense and their coaches are saying, let's go to the football. And they look awfully quick tonight.
Yeah, penetration there. Omen with some good penetration. Chris Ford coming up, funneling up to make a tackle. 3 Black Raiders. Bryce Fogel in there. I think they got the message last week at the point of attack. They weren't very physical.
Pittenger, Omen, Anderson up front for the East High Black Raiders, but it's the linebackers, Fogel and Hogenkamp, who make things go. Here's a little delay trap and falling forward for about 5 yards is the ball carrier as Caden Lester gets the call on that. And this football team last year were led by all-everything quarterback Mighty Quinn Olson. Now have his talents down in the Big 12 with the Arizona Wildcats playing on the defensive side of the ball. But boy, he was a one-man wrecking crew last year for Bishop Heelan.
Yeah, great athlete, can play many positions, and that's why he's playing in the Big 12 down in Arizona.
You bet, and I hope they caught that catch on words with the wrecking crew. Here's a third down play. They're going to swing it out, have yardage if he gets his shoulders, but coming up with a good stick is East High. Now we've got a scrum as they lean forward, trying to get to him. He needed to get to the 30, and they're going to mark it at the 27. Both teams playing really hard, what you expect in this rivalry, as coming up and making a great hit for Colin Pittenger got out there and made a great hit to help stack him up, and then everybody was pushing and shoving. Chris Ford will be back at his own 40 as Bishop Heelan will now have to punt. They're missing their standout tailback who just blocked an extra point. Going to have to get him in on offense a little bit. There's a snap. It almost hits our drone. It was so high, but he got it away somehow. Short as it was deflect. Nope, they're going to say he didn't deflect it, and they're going to call roughing. And the East High staff is going to be out on this one, as that was poor play all the way around, but great job getting the punt away by number 26. Landon Block, the senior. The snap was high, he got it away, and they tried to block it, but blocked him instead. And East High said, "You sure they didn't deflect it?" Jeps, did they deflect that?
I don't know.
Here's our KCAU instant replay as we're going to take a look at that. And
pretty fortunate break for Heelan, though. I mean, with just getting the punt off, I thought he did a great job. And then if he didn't, then you rough the kicker. Now they're sitting at 1st and 10.
You bet. So here's the replay on that punt again. As well, we just saw him get it off, as they thought that East High staff thought it was deflected, but apparently it wasn't. The official was standing right there, so he would know. So Bishop Heelan gets a big break and has the ball out at the 32-yard line with a little more breathing room. They're going to try to plunge it up the middle, and there it is. All out after Avery Favors as he gets nailed again. As coming up hard that time was Jack Oman, the basketball player, playing tackle. Love to see it. He came up and made the hit, as well as number 44 for Colin Pittenger, again on another play.
Good. That front seven for East has really come out strong tonight's game. Heelan trying to establish the run, but very little going for him right now.
Again, the long drag handoff as they're going the old Iowa-style football. Let's run clock and see what happens. And there's, again, nothing there. Dane Milton came up from his free safety. Dane, one of the best safety men. Been starting since he's been a sophomore, and he keeps making play after play. Number 3 makes the tackle there.
Yeah, Dane, he's been in the secondary. This is his 3rd year, kind of the leader back there, playing with 3 sophomores. So 3 young sophomores playing with him, and Dane's kind of the leader of those guys back there.
Awful good sophomores. Claiborne Ford. Ford is a real outstanding corner. They're going to look his way right here. Here's the pass over the head, caught, and then dropped. So it went over the head of the intended receiver.
Anthony White had his hands on it right there. Went right through him. I thought he was going to come down with it. It was going to be a heck of a play, but just kind of slipped out.
Ball was thrown for Caden Lester, went over him, and then dropped, and it'll be Time to pass. Not a bad pass play. I don't know if he was the intended receiver, but nevertheless, they had a chance for a first down. So this one's a little better snap, but they were off sides, and Chris Ford probably will fair catch that. He probably should have, but he didn't. And it makes some crazy plays going on out there as these teams are excited. Fisher Ewell was down on coverage, but I think Fisher was there a tad early. Might have got himself an offsides.
Yeah, everybody excited to make a play. Yeah, Chris Ford coming up, doing a great job catching the ball there in some heavy traffic. But looking like it might be an illegal shift, too. I just saw the official give the illegal shift sign.
Well, Wink will probably, with this field position, will probably decline that, but the way they're snapping that ball back to the punter, I don't know if you should go for an all-out punt block.
Yeah, you just hate to get another roughing and give them the ball back. So
indeed.
Get the offense out.
So here comes the Black Raiders as scored on their first possession. They're led up front. Rayshawn Marshall, the 280-pound senior, on the inside. Zach Lundy, awful big at 6'4", 290, as they were pushed to the task. Did not block very well on first against Sergeant Bluff. First down, Cal Jepson, the quarterback, surveys with two receivers to the right. He's going to look that way, and he's going to go big. And going on there, and there's a hold, I believe, on Lawden Grimsley. Lawden broke his route, wanted the hold, didn't get it.
Yeah, it looked like either he stopped his route or he got held because he just kind of shut her down there.
There's that matchup that East High wants to take advantage of.
Yeah, going deep, putting some pressure on that secondary. You know, you got a guy that can throw, you got a guy that can run and catch with tremendous speed, one of the top speedsters in the state of Iowa.
So second down as East High goes long. We saw that against Glenwood work a lot. Here's a blitz coming in, and they've got pressure, and Cal's going to be dumped.
Yeah, number 77, Logan Gray. Logan Gray's the guy. He's gone both ways. He starts on the line. He plays that D end. Actually, his mother, Robin, who went to Heelan, and her brother worked together at East Middle School. So nice play there by Logan Gray.
Yes, indeed. Logan's a big fella at 6'1", 240.
Fella, yeah.
Makes the play right there, and there's a big loss, and that was East High. That happened a little too much last week. As they looked like they were going to set up a screen, but nobody even Chuck blocked it all.
No, he got in there pretty quick.
So third down and 20, and this is normally when East High will run the screen, as Miles Wagger says, let's get this thing set up in the backfield. Motion goes that way. They're going to set up the middle screen. There it is. And Miles is going to get a block, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and it's going to be well short of his first down at the 45-yard line. So screen coming. Miles maybe break that to the outside, maybe add a little more yardage. We had a long way to go, and East High is going to have to punt just like that, and that's what sacks will do to you.
Yep. Yeah, when you look at it, maybe you could have bounced to the outside. When you're out there, you're just kind of looking for that seam and stuff like that, yeah.
We've all been out there. It's a little harder out there than it is here. So East High will punt. Good stand by Bishop Heelan as they get set. Thank you to Central Bank. Anytime phone access to your accounts at Central Bank. Telephone access to Central Bank 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Here's a snap. There's a tail dragger. That's a dandy punt. And fair catch caught at the 19, and Bishop Heelan will have the ball already for the third time here in the first quarter. 4:42 to go. East High leads 6-0. Recovered a fumble on the first possession, went in to score on a 1-yard run by Miles Wagger. They lead 6-0. And Jeps, a little slow start, a little sluggish, but everybody will settle down. And
yeah, you know, you get the jitters out. You get the first, you know, like trying to execute the offense. You know, just for the first look, you know, East defense has really come out stout, and Heelan's had a tough time moving it against them. But then again, East offense struggled that last series. So give kudos to the Heelan D for getting off the field.
At the 23-yard line from Bishop Heelan, there's a low snap. They're having all kinds of trouble with the snap, and that one Favors is trying to make something out of nothing. Chris Ford comes up, and that's about as good a 4-yard run as you're going to see by young Avery Favors.
Yeah, he did a lot of work just to get there. Broke several tackles, some sure tackles, and good low leverage on his pads, and he got a nice 3-4 yards.
Second down.
So it'll bring up second down for Bishop Heelan. They defeated Carroll Kemper, I believe, last week. And East High, of course, with that loss to Sergeant Bluff. Jacob Breifogel, and we talk about him in Hogan Camp inside. Both their older brothers were outstanding players, and Jacob always in on the play. He's going to have a shot here. Favors bounces it to the outside, and coming up quickly and making the play nicely is Dane Milton. Good play by Dane, using that experience. Took away the angle, brought him down. It's going to bring up a third down and a long 3, possibly 4 here for Bishop Heelan.
Yeah, good run there. East, look at Heelan running that traditional type I formation, heavy run package, and East responded to it and rallying to the ball pretty good.
Cooper Fritz, the outstanding sophomore middle linebacker for East High, number 49. He is very active, leads the team in tackles, and he's quite a player for a sophomore. So third down 3. They're going to go with a little boot this time, rolling out, getting past Montase Kasongo. He may turn the corner, and he's pushed out very close as he got around the corner, and they're going to give him a spot.
And we got a flag.
Oh, they got a flag, and that's what the East High crowd were going. And Carson Fitch is running for his life, turned the corner. They have him short, I believe, of the first down, but I think they're going to call a personal foul and shove out of bounds.
Yeah. Well, everybody running at full speed, so you're going to get over there, I mean, when you're going for that. So.
Boy, well, you're only going to get that call on your sideline. Yeah. That's the play. You try to push him out of bounds before the first down. So the side judge got to know the game of football just a little more than that. Yep. That wasn't roughing. That was actually a good play. Let's push him out of bounds.
Both people going, one guy trying to get the first, the defensive guy going to prevent it.
So first down, costly penalty on East High, gives the Crusaders another chance here as they're doing what they need to do. They're trying to control clock. Another deep handoff. Favors dives into the line, and not much there as he gets past the line of scrimmage for about a yard. Montase Kasongo at 6'6", 225 was jumping in on the pile.
Yeah, big frame there by Montase, and good leverage there, and he was in on the tackle. Heelan kind of trying to run it up the middle, Pat. Trying to, maybe they're looking to set up some play action here later on, but they've stuck with their run game.
Well, you and I were talking about this the other day. It might be the quickest game of the year we've get to broadcast because Heelan's going to run the football. Normally, their teams are chucking it up. So second down, long 9. Here's the roll. Montase Kasongo after him this time, makes the tackle from behind, and the pass is incomplete.
Good pressure there. They rolled out to the left. Montase with some good pressure. Tough throw, rolling out, throwing it righty from the left side. So a little bit short there.
Looking for Carson McInerney on the play. Carson, a 6'6" senior at 230. He certainly has the size, certainly looks the part, and they tried to get him to football. Couldn't do it. Maybe looking for him here on third down and 9.
Yep.
Beautiful night, Olson Stadium. Crowd still coming in, filling up on a Thursday night. Big student body from East High there. Oh, they got a little blackout going on. So, that blackout in Huskerville the other day?
It was a black shirt blackout.
All right.
Is what it was.
Well, it was a shutout as they defeated the Colorado Buffaloes. Pretty handy. You're pretty happy when you gave me a call that night.
I was, and it was really fun. We were kind of about on the road 25, and I could see prime time coming out. I always like to get his animations are kind of fun to watch too, especially when we're winning the game.
Prime time doesn't look so prime right now. A little old there. I guess that'll happen when your team gets ambushed like that. So it'll bring up a third and 9 for Bishop Heelan. Pat Schultz, Brian Jepson here tonight as East High. Bishop Heelan, this is the 80, what'd you say, 88? 87th, yeah.
87th edition.
Yeah, somebody said 77th, and, well, we were 10 off.
I was off 10 off. It was 87th. I redid the math, yeah. Redid the math, so.
That's all right. Close enough. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll have the Greenberg Jewelry halftime report. And thank you to Sioux City Tarps for our starting lineups, which we can go to. We've been moving along just a little bit quick. We haven't been able to settle those in as this game had some interesting parts of those. The starting lineups brought to you by Sioux City Tarps as there's the defense. Excuse me, that's the offense for East High. We'll get to the defense when we can. Here we go. Pitcher, Ullman, Anderson, Monk, and the outstanding linebackers Fritz, Breifogel, and Hogan Camp. And of course, we already talked about Milton, Claiborne, and Ford in that secondary. Dropping here on 3rd and 9, tight coverage, and they got a man, and he can't make the play. Ball again, well thrown, and not making the play out there.
Good ball placement. Hit Lester right in the hands there. But, he probably wants that one back, but nice pass there by Fitch.
So it's going to be punt time again, and it's been kind of adventuresome for Bishop Heelan on these punts as they've had a couple wayward snaps and a couple near escapes as here comes the rush. They pop this one up, and this time Chris is going to fair catch it. Ford does at the 28-yard line, and that's where East High will start. When we come back, it's 6-0. You're watching Metro Sports. 2:14 to go. 6-0 East High.
And Emily are visiting Emily's parents this weekend, where Josh will propose. He's nervous, but not about the ring. Well done, Josh. Well done. Chase is proposing to Ashley at the resort where they first met. Ashley was vacationing with friends, but Chase ended up being her best friend of all, plus some. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelry.
East High will take over at the 28-yard line. The quarterback is Cal Jepson. The tailback is Wagner. They're going to fire it out, and lucky to get that one back. As Cal, I think he saw that coming and just basically threw it away as they jumped the quick screen.
Yeah, jumped the quick screen, and some heavy pressure there coming off the right side. Left side for him, but right side for the pressure.
So Anthony White was might have had 6 as he jumped that route. But Cal using that experience, only a junior, but he's wise enough to toss that one away. So here comes East High in the old style black and orange tops. Here's a little jet sweep as they're looking for Grimsley to cut it up, and he's brought down as Thomas playing defense. Makes the tackle, big junior. Nice play there.
Yep, kind of that jet sweep coming out from motion, getting the ball in their speedster's hand, Grimsley, and Thomas, he reacted that really nice.
3rd down and 3 now for East High Black Raiders. Of course, Bishop Heelan in their white gold pants and gold helmets. Here's a rush. Thomas coming in after Cal Jepson. He's going to shake one. Rolls back, anticipated that. Now he looks, still surveying, throws cross body, and incomplete as Cal Jepson. Such instincts. He set that up. He knew exactly what he was going to do to get away from the rush. Did it beautifully, but just couldn't find a receiver open, and it's going to be a very quick 3 and out again for East High.
Yeah, Heelan getting some good pressure, making that scramble there, and sometimes when you get that opening, that's when guys start popping open. Just wasn't able to hook up with anybody over the middle of the field.
Well, we've seen Cal do that so many times in his young career. He has such great instincts, and couldn't quite pull that one off. So Bishop Heelan's going to get the ball for the 5th time already in the first quarter. How about that?
A lot of possessions for both teams, just not many yards.
Here's the snap, and the tail dragger is going to go over midfield. Fair catch called, and making the play for Bishop Heelan is Anthony White, and we're going to go back, take a little break, and we'll be back.
The 41-yard line.
Slug it.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
Deep handoff by Finch again as he goes to Favors, and East High has just got a target right at the tailback here tonight for the defense as they come flying in there. And there was Cooper Fritz right there, that standout sophomore middle linebacker.
Yeah, being pretty stingy on the D for sure. So, hey, we want to give a shout out. We've got people watching all over the country. I want to give a shout out to a former alumni player from the class of '91, Chris Anderson, down in Mansfield, Texas, is tuned in and watching us on Metro Sports. So, he wants to a player here, and he tunes in and watches us, and great player back in his day in the early 90s.
Here's a little belly pitch as they go with a little trap right up the middle, and that's going to get at about 46-yard line as a lean forward as don't see much of this type of offense being run. That was Caden Lester leaning forward, the tall, rangy junior, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 right here for Bishop Heelan, who has not been able to pick up a 3rd down conversion, and we're going to have to wait for the quarter for them to do that. And then we're going to be back right after this as their big key 3rd down here for Bishop Heelan. We're at Olson Stadium, one of the state's longest and best rivalries going on tonight. East High against Bishop Heelan. When we come back, Black Raiders lead 6-0.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Chow, freshly baked bread piled high with Italian-style meats and provolone. Hey to you too, hand-sliced veggies. Oil and vinegar, oregano and basil, nice to see ya. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yes. Should I see someone about that? Probably. Jimmy John's, order online or on the app.
Make all your shopping happier with a MasterCard Gold Rewards credit card at Telco Triad Community Credit Union. Gold Rewards cardholders enjoy low 8.9% APR plus monthly cash back on every purchase. No annual fees, no cash advance fees, and no balance transfer fees. Apply online or in person today. At Telco Triad, it's where you belong.
Okay. We're back 6-0. East High Black Raiders lead as we're trying to got a little mic issue here. We're going to try to fix that up and get things rolling. 6-0 East High as this game has started out. Not a lot of explosive plays that we're used to seeing, Jeps.
No, not at all. It's been a defensive game. Heelan trying to establish the run, old-style I football. East got a little bit of run out of their spread, but trying to pass, and they're getting good pressure from the Heelan defense. So it's been a defensive game so far.
A little shout out. Someone just shouted text. Mighty Quinn Olson watching in Tucson, Arizona. There's a snap and a drop, and here come the Black Raiders, and that's going to bring them down for a sack on 3rd down, as a snap has been an issue here tonight, as another one looking clean, but ended up dropping it, and Fitch was brought down. He has some quickness to him. Not a very big fella, Carson Fitch, to play quarterback, but looks like he has a little bit of moxie.
Yeah, the passing for him, he's had put the ball right on the money several times and got some drops. That time just kind of a broken play, and he had to run for his life.
That was one of their best plays last year on the Mighty Quinn, would drop snaps and then just take off for 40 yards. So Chris Ford's going to make another fair catch as he catches his 4th punt already. And East High, who has not moved the football, is going to have 1st down at the 25-yard line. We saw an explosive East High offense against Glenwood. Since then, not too much has been going on offensively, and Jeff's not going to solve that.
I think, Heelan's done a good job scouting that kind of like short pass screen game, so they come out and stop that. That's kind of been a bread and butter for East. So I'm thinking like maybe some, zone, some routes in the middle of the field, try to open things up a little bit. And, Wagger has run the ball good, maybe establish a little bit of the run game, open up the pass game.
He's had a big season so far, almost 300 yards for Miles Wagger. As we talked about it in the pregame show, his dad Rick started for East High, went to South Dakota State, set all kinds of records, then played in the Canadian Football League. And then Brandon went to Bishop Heelan and just basically single-handedly led them to a 3A championship. He's just basically too good for 3A football. It's so good.
If you're scoring a touchdown in the Orange Bowl for the Hawks against Georgia Tech as your freshman year, you got, and then you got some reps with Carolina Panthers. Just an outstanding athlete.
He was a freak. Went to the University of Iowa. He's Big Ten Freshman of the Year, and then for the Titans. So, or Carolina Panthers, excuse me. Or Brandon Wagner, and of course his brother Jack went to Purdue. His brother Cole was a good football player, but Cole liked to go fishing. There's a weird snap, and that one's going to be knocked down by Cale. And Miles Wagner's almost decided to just grab it, and didn't do that. As coming in was Cason Thomas, as Cason's being very active defensively. Let's get him in there on offense. Have a little fun.
Yeah.
Neither team could move the ball.
Yeah, high snap there, really high. So. With Cal and Wagger back there, it's a good thing they at least got their fingers on it to bring it down.
Cal's coming off a knee injury.
Tibia and fibula break.
Yeah.
Yep. Tibia and fibula break,
and, but it hasn't slowed him down. 3rd and 13, he looks. tries to get to the outside, has a man down the sideline, and the ball just deflected, I believe, as almost.
Just deflected, otherwise that would have probably gone 70 yards.
Anthony White had the late deflection as Cal saw Shepard streaking down the sidelines, but White made a nice play and another 3 and out, just like that. So an
old-fashioned defensive battle here. I'm familiar with a lot of these.
1980s going on. We're talking about the 1981 game, I believe, with all the Johnny Tritz, Tim Iverson for Bishop Heelan, and
13-7 games, 7-6 games.
Bill Lewis, Dave Croston, the Wagger, Prout, Lambert. All those great players. I think that's the first and only time an NFL game's been played here at Robert Stadium.
There was some NFL dudes on that field for sure.
Absolutely. We've got a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with them. It's going to be 4th and 13. East High's going to punt again. It's 6-0. Thanks for joining us on Metro Sports TV.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
We're back. You are in good hands. Ryan Stussy of Allstate. And how about those Hinton Blackhawks 2-0? Stuss was texting, and he's pretty happy about his football team, as is Hinton.
Yep, off to a good start. Pretty strong program usually, and 2-0 starts are very likable for the coaches.
So another punt here tonight, and East High, they've got that snap down, a little pressure, but that's a beauty punt, high and deep, and White's going to get it at the 43-yard line. It's going to be first down, and hopefully if the guy can play D, hopefully he can play O, and we're going to see a little bit of Case and Thomas here. As got to get things rolling, as 6 possessions now for Bishop Heelan, no first downs, and the only first down they've gotten was on a roughing the punter.
Roughing the punter, and also on a late hit out of bounds.
A late hit out of bounds. So 2 penalties. And we'll see. And now Thomas is out there. So now we got to see that as the big fella, junior. And boy, he plays the part. 6'3", 220. So number 7 is split out to the left. And we'll see if they go right to him. As he's going to come in motion and ball fake on the jet. Here they're going to come in with the pressure, and it's going to be a sack.
Boy, good pressure there off the edge. Coming in to make the tackle.
Big Jack came in there time.
Yep.
As,
Jack Oman coming in. And
Jack Oman, 6'5", 220. He's a basketball player, but they moved him inside, and he's really liking that.
Yeah, he does. Does an outstanding job, and big, strong kid, and athletic. There you see him coming in and wrangling down the quarterback there for a big loss.
Oh boy, we're going to be in the negative yardage as Carson Fitch is playing as hard as he can, but not getting a lot of time. Loss of 7 on that play. 9:18 to go, and we thought it was going to be a fast football game, and it is. Thomas is to his left. He's going to go out looking for him. Fitch is going to drive, and he gets it away, and Thomas comes back and makes the catches. I want to say Kasongo was back in coverage, thought he was going to get a pick.
Yeah. Thomas coming out there kind of running an old-fashioned little button hook there, and quarterback dumping it off to him for a short gain.
So they spring a 3rd down and 14. Going to the Huskers this week?
Nope, going to take, after the last 2 weekends, I'm just going to sit and watch it on the TV and maybe watch college football all day. So.
Oh, imagine you doing that. I can't believe it.
Yeah, just a good day to do that. So.
Yeah, you and I think they'll be fine. 3rd down and 14 for the Crusaders. 8:31 to go, down 6-0 as nothing is going on in front of this big crowd. Fitch is going to drop, gets happy feet, bounces to the outside, and Jack Oman's going to get another sack. So it's open season on poor Mr. Fitch, and he's down, and hopefully he didn't get rolled up on as the little fella's trying to get up. And boy, he's playing hard, but there's simply nothing. That's going to go back for a loss of 11. It's 4th and 24, and they're going to punt the football again. And it just seems like East High should be well ahead, but they're not. 6-0, and you're just one big play from tying this up. So just got a message that well, it's like watching Iowa. So
punt, run 3 and punt. Yeah.
What, did you see that kick by that kid? There's another lob back there, and he gets that off. I'll tell you what, the MVP, Chris Ford's going to have a return here, but nice play right there. As he had gone outside, he could have really got out there as
Luke Fisher. Yeah, Luke Fisher coming up. That's a good play, because he gets by him, he's probably got at least 10-15, and field position's way bigger. But nice play there by Fisher.
Well, I'll tell you what, the MVP so far has been the punter for Bishop Heelan, just by making play after play on these poor snaps. So
yeah, he has definitely been getting the ball out.
Landed block. So far, he's going to get the Wall of Fame player of the game. He keeps this up. So good field position right here for East High. They've gone 3 and out their last 3 possessions. So this is like watching Iowa versus Iowa. 7:31 to go. 6-0 is your score. Pat Schultz and Brian Jepson looking to be entertained. And so far, it's just been a slugfest. Ball fake, quick pass out, and cutting it up nicely. And there's some good play football right there as the speed kind of picked up there as Johnny Yates gets out there. And when Johnny's around the football, something good, exciting usually happens.
Yep, sure-handed guy, gets positive yards. It's kind of like a run play for him, picking up 4 to 5 yards there on first down.
Jason Vore is our Metro Sports drone pilot tonight. Does such a great job. And he's the only one that is licensed, so he's the only one that knows how to do it anyway. Here's Miles Wagger trying to pick a hole, was hit behind the line of scrimmage, but leaned forward to just short of midfield, and it's going to bring up a crucial 3rd down right here. I would expect if East High, they're thinking offensively, if we can just plug it in the end zone, just one more time, 2 more times, they're going to win the football game the way the offense is going. But you got to do it.
You got to do it. You got to move the football, and the Heelan defense has been very stout.
3rd down and 4 right here. Looking to blitz are the Crusaders. They've been effective. They got 2 sacks on Cal Jepson, almost a third. Excuse me, they have 1 sack. Almost a second. 6:22 to go. Cal Jepson going to change the play. Looking at Coach Winklepleck. The junior quarterback takes the snap, gets his feet set, throws a bullet, has a man, and Loudon Grimsley can't catch the ball. Is thrown just a little behind, and I think Cal wants that one back.
Yeah, kind of a little bit behind him. He had a good break on the ball. Ball's kind of a little bit behind him, didn't connect there. So they're missing some opportunities on the play there.
So another 3rd and 3 and out, and Coach LaFleur is going to keep his punt safe team just in case East High tries to get a little tricky by midfield, and that's probably a good idea. Somebody has to make a play in this game. 6:09 to go, first half. Pressure on, he got a piece of it. So they come up with a block, and it's going to be downed at the 38-yard line. It'll go over to Bishop Heelan as one man came in on the rush. He got his hand up and made a block right there. Is getting deep in there. I believe was Hayden Overgard, and Hayden 6'3", 280 made the play right there. Got a block.
Yeah, got a block. I mean, the penetration I've seen from last week on the field goals to the punt. Guys getting penetration in there and getting those blocks is kind of concerning for that East Special Teams unit.
So first down for Heelan. Have yet to pick up a first down, not by penalty. Metro Sports on YouTube. Watch all of our free and on-demand content on Metro Sports YouTube, featuring our on-demand replays, player coaches, interviews, team and player rankings, game predictions, and blogs on Metro Sports TV, now seen in Des Moines. There's a snap as we got a quarterback change, and that normally does happen as you go underneath. As going into quarterback now is Carson Nichols, just a freshman, and the young freshman fumbled the snap as Carson Fitch, who has been
and the guy might have got shaken up a little bit on that last play.
Running for his life. He's back in the game now. So Coach LaFleur trying to find something. They're under center. They're going to go with off tackle with Thomas, and he shows some explosive but nice tackle right there by East High to keep him from going any further as the sophomore linebacker Cooper Fritz came in, made a nice tackle.
Yeah, nice tackle there. You can see when Thomas runs, though, he does run with authority, and he's got a burst hitting that hole.
He is big. 5:06 to go, 3rd down, 9 for Bishop Heelan as they try to get a first down. They're going to go with just a little counter play, and Thomas is shaking and moving and leaning, and he may have gotten his first down. They're going to mark him just short. They gave him a back foot spot, as you showed right there, and he's going to be about a yard short, I believe. And I think if I'm Coach LaFleur, I think you got to go for it anyway. So.
I would think so, yeah. I mean, you see some success that last run. You got a big back in there, and you got to feel pretty good what you've been doing on defense, You
bet. It's got a hard count. Here's the time to use it on 4th down and a long one at their own 48-yard line. Carson Fitch, the quarterback, looks over, and Coach LaFleur says, you know what, let's take a little time out. Let's get them real jumpy, get them off on the hard count. We're going to take a break. When we come back, 4th down and 1. 4th down and a long one for Bishop Heelan.
Telco Triad Community Credit Union is continuing our commitment with safe investments for everyone with the following CDs: 36 months at 4%, 48 months at 4.25%, and a 60-month at 4.5% APY. With all our CDs, it's now only a $500 minimum investment. So call us today. Telco Triad, it's where you belong.
Just got to give it to Thomas here.
I would for these guys.
Welcome back. Prestige Collision Repair Center. Their name says it all. Since 1976, state-of-art equipment and experienced technicians have provided Siouxland residents with the best auto body repairs around. And right now, we need to see a collision at the line of scrimmage, as it's going to be probably big Case and Thomas against this East High defense, as we've got a 4th down, but they'll probably go hard count first, see what happens with 4:16 to go in the first half. This is the play of the half. 4th down, long one for Bishop Heelan. Thomas is in the deep. They're going to go with the snap. He's going to get the football, and he's going to get his first down, and he's going to break it, and he's gone. Just like that on 4th and 1, a couple missed tackles, and Case and Thomas walks into the end zone.
Not only do they get the first down, he goes all the way.
So just like that, Case and Thomas shows welcome to the football game, kid.
Yep.
So
big, strong back, and you can see there is leverage. And a lot of times, too, when you got everybody up the line, you break that seam, and you got a guy taking it to the house, and he took it to the house there.
Here's our KCAU instant replay. It's a very quick replay. It jumps in there, but they get the main part right there. Case and Thomas coming hard off that missed tackle, and he scores, and extra point away is the lead. And East High is going to look back and wonder, boy, possession after possession just wasted. Thomas comes in and takes it the distance. Kick is up. Kick is good. And 7-6, just like that. Bishop Heelan's. So back here, and Jeps, you see it on our KCAU instant replay.
Yeah, good.
Saw the end that time as we're getting there. Case and Thomas just broke a tackle and went in easily for the touchdown on a 4th down and 1. And you see that sometimes, big plays like that.
Everybody's stacked up there on the line, so if you break a seam, you got wide open field. And he had contact, and then he just kind of ran the guy over and just bounced off and took it to the end zone.
So Heelan had to punt the ball the first 6 possessions, and then on a 4th down and a long one, Case and Thomas says, welcome to the football game, and scores 7-6 is your score. A lot of time, 4:04 to go, but East High has had 4 consecutive 3-and-outs as well.
Yeah, just stumbling on offense, not being able to find any rhythm, not connecting on passes. Run game's been a little stagnant, so they're going to have to figure some things out, get the offense, get some first downs, get some momentum, try to get to offensive groove.
See highlights of tonight's games and all the games on KCAU Sports Zone at 10 p.m. with Anthony Mitchell. Go to Mitchell Sports TV for our schedules, and next week we will be, where the heck will we be? Oh, I'll be at the Big House. I'm going to Michigan, USC.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it, but I'm not broadcasting it, but I'm going to be watching.
That'll be fun.
We'll be in Spirit Lake, as Spirit Lake plays Forest City. Rob Maynard will be there. I believe we'll be at West Sioux as Steve Marino and his crew. And of course, Brad Newitt will have his crew up in Sioux Falls. A lot of football on Metro Sports TV. And here's the kick, and we'll see if we get a return out of this as Loudon Grimsley is running all over the place. Now he's going to come back this, and he better get out of the end zone. Breaks another tackle, and gets tackled way out of bounds. The East High staff is saying, how about that? But Loudon trying to make a play. Can't blame the kid. Gets out to the 12-yard line after running probably a good 40 yards.
Yeah, that was a long 12 yards. So it's a good thing I was getting a little worried there for him when he went back into the end zone. There, that Heelan guy right there. So you never want to take a safety on a kickoff.
Trying to make a play going into the game. East High thought they could, and we saw it when they missed the pass to Loudon Grimsley on the last possession, but they think they can get the big play, and they're going to need one, but more importantly, they're going to have to get a first down.
Yeah.
So Jepson brings them out. Last year's was kind of a shootout, but you had Mighty Quinn Olson at one quarterback and Cal Jepson at the other. You're going to have a shootout. This one's been all D, as Cal Jepson's going to change the play and step up on 1st and 10. Miles Wagger to his right. Jepson's going to roll. Look out. Thomas is after him, dives and makes play.
Yep, they're getting a lot of pressure and the snaps have been really bad too. It seems like every snap's been high where you just got to kind of throw you off a little jump. You got to jump for the ball. So hopefully they can get that fixed.
Heck of a time blocking Thomas on that end there as he gets in there, as Isaiah King trying to keep him out of there, and Isaiah, the big junior, is going to have to buckle down against Kason Thomas, who switches sides. They go to Miles Wagger. Miles pops out of there, going to get to the 20, 25. Miles puts his shoulders down and rolls it up to the 35-yard line.
And that's kind of a big run they needed, a big play. Get the offense going.
Got a nice block in there by Rashawn Marshall, and Miles Wagger makes the first big play right here.
Yeah, you look, a nice cut there by Miles, and then makes another guy miss, and you can see that speed and acceleration and driving down all the way past the 35-yard line.
Miles is 190 pounds this year, put on almost 20 pounds, so he's very willing, and you saw that the last 10 yards of that run. He wasn't going out of bounds. So 2:50 to go, little breathing room. They're going to go right back to Miles, and he's going to get about 3 yards as they decide to go to the same back after a long run. Not a big fan of that, but sometimes these guys are in better shape than what you think.
Yeah, I always say they're 15, 16, 17 years old. They should be able to run all day, right? You're in your best shape of your life.
Indeed. So, spoken like a true football coach.
Yeah, but after a big run, sometimes those legs do get a little heavier, or else sometimes you just want the ball. You're ready to go.
His brother Brandon told me when he had his best games, he got in a rhythm. So they're trying to get Miles Wagger in a rhythm. Cal's going to keep the football, and tripped up there at the line of scrimmage by guess who? Kason Thomas. So Mr. Thomas is going to play on the defensive end when he gets to wherever school he gets to pick from, and it sounds like he has a pretty good choice.
Yeah, good athlete, you can tell. I mean, offensively, defensively, just a sound football player on both sides of the ball.
And it looks like he loves to play. 1:49 to go, 3rd down and 8. Big play right here for East High, who trails 7-6. Jepson fires a bullet over the middle, has his man, and I believe it's Shepard, and that's a first down. Or excuse me, that's Johnny Yates.
Johnny Yates with the sure hand, so nice route there. That's what we thought, kind of that middle zone, breaking off the ball, 10, 12, 13 yards areas, settling down.
That was a bullet by Cal Jepson, big completion. First down, they're second on the possession. John Yates is in the slot this way. Miles Wagger's going to get the call. Miles puts his shoulder down, pops out of there, still going. Miles Wagger's with a powerful zone run for 12 yards and a first down.
So now you see the offense kind of getting a little rhythm. You get a couple first downs. Then the play selection, kind of opens up for you a little bit more.
Just a little crease for Miles Wagger. Gets it down to the 39-yard line. 1:10 to go. 3 timeouts left for East High. They trail 7-6. In what was a sluggish game, starting to heat up a little bit. Miles Wagger's going to drive for about 5 yards to the 35-yard line. Timeout East. And they're on the move for the first time here in a long time. They picked up 3 first downs on the possession, Jeps.
Yep. I think the marker over there says 3rd, but I believe it's 2nd and 6. So because he got the
6, yeah. Yep. If you like what you're seeing at halftime, please scan our QR code. Metro Sports continue to bring you the best in high school sports in the area. Tomorrow night, Rob Maynard and his crew will be in West Sioux as they take on perennial power Central Lyon. And then Brad Newitt will have the President's Bowl as all 4 city schools will play each other in Sioux Falls. That's always a great event, big crowd. They make a great spectacle of it near the airport, so they have a flyby, all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, that's good stuff for high school football in Sioux Falls. Some big schools. They play there right in Howard Wood Stadium.
Yep,
So,
both games.
Both games,
Doubleheader, yeah. It's kind of fun. We've been over at O'Gorman a couple times early in the season, and then, of course, Harrisburg. Boy, what a facility there.
Yeah, Harrisburg's popped up. I remember the old SIC with O'Gorman, Lincoln, and Washington. Then they added Roosevelt. Now you got Jefferson and Harrisburg, so there might be another Harrisburg.
I've been hearing that. So, yeah, a lot going on there. And, of course, Metro Sports will be in Metro Des Moines with the West Des Moines Valley Tigers. Snap, Jepson's going to roll, second down, has a man wide open, throws it underneath, getting good yardage. There's a great block right there. Might get a penalty on a blindside block. Yes, that was quite a block on the side. Nope, they're not going to say. And
I think he got around in front of him. You don't see Heelan, too much, but it looked like he got around in front of him to get the block. But.
Well, a couple coaches in here, but great play right there as Austin Shepard with the big play, and East High now driving all the way down to the 24-yard line. Jepson red hot on this possession. I don't know who threw that block over there, but it was a dandy. I think it was John Yates. So John always making play after play, isn't he?
He is. He's a headsy player.
Cal Jepson's going to have a little bit of time as he rolls, gets his shoulder squared, goes to the corner of the end zone, and only place he could have thrown it. Heads up play by Cal Jepson, who is known for that, as he was looking for his buddy Quentin Ashcroft. And usually when those two spot each other, they make a play. But Cal, wise play right there.
Yeah, getting a little pressure over there. He did break on, and it'd have to have been just a good placement with him moving hard to the left.
They had a lot of trouble last week against Sergeant Bluff, stunts up front. Obviously, Bishop Heelan has watched film because they're doing an awful job of running some tricks up front as well. So second down and 10. Wagger's had a big series. This time is to the left. Cal Jepson's going to step up, has running room if he wants it. Ball fakes, gets to the outside. He's going to have his first down as he dives forward. The official is going to put him out of bounds a yard short like they like to do. There's a reason why Cal jumped that far, but they're going to move the ball back. So it'll be third down and 2. As East High will not use a timeout. They got out of bounds. So third down and 2 right here. Wagger, see if he picks up the first down. This is a big play. If they stop him, Burrell may have to come in and kick a field goal. There's a high snap as Miles will stagger step and picks his way in there nicely and falls forward for a first down at the 12-yard line. 27 seconds left.
And it looks like they're going fast. They're not going to take a timeout and see if they can. I don't even know why how many timeouts do they have?
They have 2, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Nope, one timeout left.
One timeout?
Nope,
so.
One timeout. They just switched it over on the screen. So one timeout left, so Cal Jepson spikes this. Monose Kasongo, they like to throw that fade up there for the 6'6" all-state basketball player, but he is not in. They're going to go with Ashcroft, Yates, and Shepard. And Loudon Grimsley's in there as well. So 22 seconds left, one timeout, 7-6 your score. You are in field goal range. Jacob Burrell, outstanding kicker. But you want to get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, and the problem is they've had a hard time blocking. They've had 2 extra points or a field goals blocked, and they've had a punt blocked too. So
that was last week they have. So Jepson's going to fire, swing it out. Grimsley's going to catch it, tries to turn the corner, gets a block, puts his shoulder down, gets down to the 4-yard line, very close to his first down. And they're going to stop the clock either by a timeout. Let's see what the referee says. The white hat is looking over, and I think East High did take their last timeout, and they said he's 2 yards short of his first down. And there's 13 seconds to go. Third down and 1 is now the measurement. And
now, if you get the first down here inbounds, you need to get up and hurry up and spike it. I would think you'd probably want to go to the end zone, though. You just you don't want to miss an opportunity for a field goal and take away points because that could give you the lead.
No timeouts left. 13 seconds to go. You're in run pass area. I assume they'll get Cal to the outside here.
Yeah, rolling him out seems to be the best. That way you get you get an opportunity to run, throw it away. Nothing's there, so.
So after a very sluggish start for both football teams, the final half of the second quarter has been rather exciting as East High has now driven the ball 69 yards on this drive. That's more offense than they had. And guess who just checked into the game right there? You saw a quick close-up of Monase Kasango. So they're going to throw a little toss up there, and Bishop Heelan says, you know what? We see Monase out there. We're going to put one of our taller guys. Well, no, they kind of changed. I thought they were going to go over there a little bit. No, they're going to double him.
Kind of double over here. So, yeah, you got double coverage.
Yep. Caden Lester at 6'6" going to come over there as now Cal Jepson's going, well, I don't like this defense. We got one guy chucking, and they got a 6'4" guy behind. Play clock down to 14. Plenty of time for Cal Jepson. Third down and 1 inside the 5. 13 seconds. Quick fire, and there's a touchdown for East High.
Yeah, that was a nice slant there. Good read, and who do we got there at the touchdown? Is that
Johnny Yates?
Johnny Yates, yep. Mr. Sure Hands himself, and just a good route runner. I mean, the way he positioned himself there, breaking off and getting that hip so the defender can't cover him, and made a great target for Cal to put the ball right on the numbers.
And he did put that right on the numbers. Very quick pass. Here's our KCAU instant replay. Watch Sports Zone tonight, and you can see highlights just like this. Cal Jepson fired it in to John Yates, who continues just to amaze us with his great football. So Burrell will be in for the extra point. As Jeff said, that has been, they get great penetration there. Holy smokes, you got a block on those. Kick is up, the kick is good by Jacob, and he sped that kick up a little bit to get it in. Heads up play by the kicker, but heads up play by Cal Jepson, the quarterback, as they took away the lob play. Heelan coaches knew that was coming. Did a great job of doubling Monase
Kasanga, and
Monase on the outside, and then John Yates slipped in there really quick, and Cal fired it in there for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was a bullet too. That was a quick release, and boy, Yates with a nice route. Good positioning on that slant.
So terrific drive for a 74-yard drive by East High to take the lead after punting the football on their last 5 possessions, and they did it very well. The running of Miles Wager, he picked up 52 yards on that possession, and have given East High the lead 13-7 with the ball going to East High to start the second half. So Bishop Heelan, who was very quiet offensively, scored on their last possession on a 52-yard touchdown run by Kason Thomas on a 4th down and 1 play. And now they will probably, I don't know, the way Thomas ran that last one, just give it to him, see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, they got to feel good about him coming back and running hard and getting that big touchdown, because their offense was kind of limited too, and he kind of opened the door with his running.
So Yates on the 5-yard touchdown pass from Jepson, and a 13-7 lead. Thanks for joining us on Metro Sports. Join us all season long. We have football from Siouxland to the Lakes region to Sioux Falls, and now Des Moines Central, as Favors, who's finally got a break after carrying the ball, the load the whole first quarter, says, okay, I'm rested. I'm going to come up, try to make a play. Couldn't, and with 3 seconds to go, I would suppose Coach LaFleur will say, let's take a knee, go regroup, and see if we can win this football game in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you got to feel good about the way you played. Really, both teams. The defenses have really stepped up, but as we've seen, though, the offenses are starting to pick it up. Pat, the second half could be a whole different type of ball game.
We've seen that before, haven't we? So we could have a shootout in the second half. So there's a snap. They take the knee, and we will go to halftime. 13-7. East leads Heelan. A terrific drive by the East High Black Raiders to counter a terrific run by Kason Thomas. The Greenberg Jewelry halftime show coming up, and then we'll also have our East High football legend here at halftime. When we come back, this is Metro Sports TV. The Black Raiders lead Heelan at the half, 13-7.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
Josh and Emily are visiting Emily's parents this weekend, where Josh will propose. He's nervous, but not about the ring. Well done, Josh. Well done. Chase is proposing to Ashley at the resort where they first met. Ashley was vacationing with friends, but Chase ended up being her best friend of all, plus some. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
Jackrabbits don't wait to see what the future holds. They build it. At South Dakota State University, the next generation's leaders are preparing to launch. They're focusing on growth, and they're reaching new heights of excellence across vital industries. SDSU is building something greater for South Dakota and the world. Join us.
A lot happens in Siouxland every day.
KCAU 9 News cuts through the noise every day to bring what's happening around your community into focus.
Amplifying what matters in Siouxland.
Your time is valuable.
So when this happens, and this happens,
and this, count on KCAU 9 News to bring you what matters.
KCAU 9 News. We are Siouxland proud.
You don't just play, you game. United Sports Academy at CNOS Fieldhouse has every field for every player. 20,000 square feet of turf, 3 batting cages, volleyball courts, basketball courts, pickleball, and more. If you got game, you got to get to United Sports Academy. Challenge yourself and sign up for programs, teams, or even rent the facility. Lessons, sports clinics, and training for every athlete. Get your game on at United Sports Academy. Online at usportsacad.com.
Things are growing great at Baumgar's, your one-stop shop for plants and trees of all kinds. You'll find what you need for all your lawn and garden projects, from bulbs or seeds to things to kill those nagging weeds, from tillers, trimmers, and mowing machines to spreaders and fertilizers to keep your lawn green. You'll find patio furniture and grills and landscaping galore, because Baumgar's is your lawn and garden headquarters store.
What you need when you need it at Baumgar's.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Make all your shopping happier with a MasterCard Gold Rewards credit card at Telco Triad Community Credit Union. Gold Rewards cardholders enjoy low 8.9% APR plus monthly cash back on every purchase. No annual fees, no cash advance fees, and no balance transfer fees. Apply online or in person today. At Telco Triad, it's where you belong.
There's nothing like small-town Iowa. There's something about the people, the community, the values. That's why we call Northwest Iowa home. We're here for our community. We're here to build a better tomorrow. We continue to provide personalized service and innovative products to help achieve your financial goals and dreams. At Iowa State Bank, we're your neighbor, your friend, your trusted bank.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
Welcome back as East High leads Bishop Heelan 13-7 here on Metro Sports TV. If you feel like you'd like to and support Metro Sports and all of our broadcasts, scan the QR code right there and let us continue to bring you the best in high school sports. And this football game, Brian Jepson picked up a little bit here in the second half.
Yeah, pretty much a defensive-minded game here to start with. You know, both defenses shutting down the other team. Heelan shutting down the East pass offense, East shutting down the rushing game. Then there, you know, the last two drives, Heelan with a big 4th and down, the big back, Hasten Thomas blasts into the end zone for a touchdown. And then East finds a little momentum with their passing game and running game, moving down the field and score right before half.
Indeed, as you see some of the highlights here, as after a fumble, Miles Wagger skipped into the end zone to give East High. Then the game went simply in reverse. Neither team could do anything there, as a bunch of sacks, some few penalties, some bad snaps, and things went that way. Jack Oman with his second sack of the half, but the big 52-yard run by the big back, Hasten Thomas, right here on a 4th down and 1, gave Heelan the lead to start, but back came the East High Black Raiders with an impressive 74-yard drive, and it was Miles Wagger that led him with his beautiful little pop.
Yeah, and Miles Wagger here, that got the East offense going with that nice 30-yard run there by Miles. A nice pop, good read, and he got up the sideline, showed his speed to the outside, and that kind of set the drive and got the East offense momentum.
Big pass to Johnny Yates right here out to midfield. Johnny also threw a big key block on a play down the sidelines as Cal Jepson picked it up nicely. And then here on our KCAU instant replay, you see right here Cal Jepson on a big 3rd down play runs it, and how they marked that all the way back there.
Yeah, he knew where he had a good dive. I don't know where his foot was, but
you gotta love it. So they moved it inside the 5-yard line, and then right here, Cal Jepson with a big play right here. The Heelan defense had a great job and a great read by Cal. Johnny Yates in for the touchdown for the 13-7 lead. When we come back, we'll have our East High football legend all the way out in Southern California. All right.
Josh and Emily are visiting Emily's parents this weekend, where Josh will propose. He's nervous, but not about the ring. Well done, Josh. Well done. Chase is proposing to Ashley at the resort where they first met. Ashley was vacationing with friends, but Chase ended up being her best friend of all, plus some. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
Jackrabbits don't wait to see what the future holds. They build it. At South Dakota State University, the next generation's leaders are preparing to launch. They're focusing on growth, and they're reaching new heights of excellence across vital industries. SDSU is building something greater for South Dakota and the world. Join us.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
The East High Band putting on a terrific performance, as they normally do. Boy, they work hard at that, don't they? Up early in the morning, and away they go. And now, in halftime, 13-7 is the score, East High. Each halftime at East High, we have our East High football legend. And boy, do we have a legend right now. Buddy McNaughton out in Southern California. Buddy, you're our East High football legend.
What an honor. What an honor to be even on this show. And I've been fortunate to be able to watch every game this year, thanks to you, Pat, and Brian Jepson, and Metro Sports TV. So how cool is that?
Well, if you look at your screen, buddy, there you are with a pass interference. I believe that's Charles Young of the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember him?
It might have been. It might have been one of those major league tight ends. But that's me and Dave Scogan making that tip that helped us win that game. I think we won that game 13-7, and that put us in the state championship.
Yep, defensive dogfights back that. I remember that was the semifinal game here at the stadium, and a cold day, and that game put us into the championship game. And boy, you played an outstanding game that game. He was one of the two starting juniors on that all senior dominated team, and his companion there, Dave Scogan, kind of led the secondary there. But those two guys were assassins in the secondary.
Buddy, you played, you starred with Jeps in this series. Can you tell us a little bit what the Heelan East Series football rivalry meant to you?
Well, 87 years straight this rivalry's been going on, and for 87 years it's been one of the biggest games in the city. And in many years, that game is what decided who went to the playoffs. And I remember, gosh, as far back as I can go, walking to the field with Tom Hansen and some of the kids I went to grade school with. I only lived 5 blocks from the field, so we were going to the East High games in our, 10, 11, 12-year-old years. And even back then, it was the biggest game of the year, just like it is tonight. It's just such a great rivalry of two quality schools that always have great coaching, that always have great athletes, and it puts on a great show and a great environment for everybody in the Siouxland area.
Indeed, and between you and Jeps, I get a full load of East High football history, and it's very exciting because of all the great talent and teams that have gone through there, and of course this rivalry. Buddy, I've met a lot of amiable people in my life who have had great careers, but with you've made your outstanding personality into a profession. Can you tell us what you do out there in Southern California?
Well, I was fortunate enough to be recruited by a guy named Tony Robbins. If you've ever heard of the motivational speaker Tony Robbins, that's what brought me out to California. I had been a huge fan of his work, reading his books and listening to his CDs and using things that I learned from him to help lead sales teams and divisions at Gateway Computers. And since being here, it's been really a great journey. That was 20 years ago, actually, 20 years ago right now. And I've been able to learn things and be around some people that are, whether they're business leaders or psychological people that help with motivation and inspiration, and it's just such a joy, and I feel so lucky to have been blessed by, random chance of getting recruited by one of my heroes. And now I get a chance to give keynote speeches. I do a lot of consulting into companies. I'm currently on an exclusive assignment building an engineering firm, a soils engineering firm here in Southern California. And, using the things I learned from grade school and from being on the East High football team about goal setting, having grit, overcoming adversity, dealing with setbacks, because we all have those.
Hey, and I would like to just to cut you off here for a second. The setback I want to talk about, because he does a great job. I mean, this guy's world renowned. I call him. He's in London. He's in Australia, and he is having me out for the Nebraska USC game at the Coliseum. So I'll be ready to hooking up with him. But back in our junior high, we had the city, and I always got it. Profina won the city championship the one year, and we were Hawkeye Bank, and we had the big battle. And you think about it, we started setting goals back then, thinking about being the best teams at East and stuff. And I always, come about adversity. We just kind of nipped him by one lucky play that we beat Profina that year, and that was in our own school, and it was a great time. And I always razz him about it. So.
Yeah, that memory seems to come up often for me, Brian, and I appreciate that.
Well, I knew you did, so I just had to get it in there one more time while I can.
Buddy McNaughton, our East High football legend out in Southern California. Buddy, you've been sending us some pictures. We hope everything's safe out there in Orange County. A little different for you guys to get those fires in that area, isn't it?
We'll talk about overcoming adversity. 4 nights ago, me and my family evacuated out of Trabuco Canyon. That's where the fires were. And we just got back into our home on Wednesday. The fires have shifted directions. Still a lot of smoke in the air and so forth, but dangerous times. Every area of the country has their things of nature, whereas like in the Midwest it's tornadoes and floods. Here it's fires and earthquakes. And we had a too close for comfort scare, but right now we're good.
Yeah, well, I hope it didn't mar that beautiful golf course you live on. So, because we're going to come out there. I think I'm coming out for the Penn State game because Jeps and my sons took all the Nebraska tickets.
So, and he'll be in town next week as we kick. Just make sure the pool's all clean, ready to go for November. I'm ready for that swimming pool.
Well, buddy, thank you for your time. Really appreciate it. I know your good friend Jeps was looking forward to this. And you take care out there, and we hope to see you soon.
Let's go Raiders. Let's go Raiders.
Thank you.
See you next week. Later.
Buddy McNaughton, our East High football legend here tonight. Always great to hear from him. We're at halftime. It's 13-7 to score. East High leads Bishop Heelan. When we come back on Metro Sports TV, we'll have the second half. East High Black Raiders will be on offense.
You don't just play, you game. United Sports Academy at CNOS Fieldhouse has every field for every player. 20,000 square feet of turf, 3 batting cages, volleyball courts, basketball courts, pickleball, and more. If you got game, you got to get to United Sports Academy. Challenge yourself and sign up for programs, teams, or even rent the facility. Lessons, sports clinics, and training for every athlete. Get your game on at United Sports Academy. Online at usportsacad.com.
This perfect ring is for Allie from Zach. They married without a diamond ring right before Zach went to serve his country. And now he's back. Jake and Sarah successfully pitched a big client together over a year ago. They got along very well. So well, in fact, Jake's about to pitch Sarah a proposal. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
Welcome back. As high above, you see our drone shot, and thank you to all of our advertisers who help us out. And Jeff's got some stats for us here in the first half. After a slow start, both teams started heating up.
Yeah, defensive stats looked really good to start with a lot of tackles and stuff. But Heelan, Thomas came in and ran, and he got the big 53-yard touchdown run. And he's got a few carries, and he's got 63 yards. Wager leading the rushing for East with 59 yards. Cal Jepson with 113 yards passing. And then on the last drive, really kind of bouncing around to several receivers, with Grimsley getting some, Shepard, and then connecting with Yates on a couple passes and the touchdown pass. So
it was nice to see the ball getting moved. Thomas's big run kind of got everybody loosened up.
Mm-hmm.
And then East High with an impressive run with the running of Wager and the passing of Jepson and the fine catches by John Yates as we get set for the second half. Pat Schultz, Brian Jepson here. Thank you to our East High football legend, of course, Buddy McNaughton. They don't come any better than that guy, as he's pulling for an East High win, but I've got my Heelan buddies pulling for a Heelan win, and that's what this series is all about. There's a kick, and it's going to go out of bounds, and we'll start the second half with East High on the move on a beautiful night. Thank you, our drone pilot, Mr. Jason Vore, over there on the Metro Sports Zone, as the starting lineups brought to you by Sioux City Tarps. John Yates, who caught the touchdown pass, will be at one receiver. Loudon Grimsley, the other. Cason Claiborne. We haven't seen much of Cason on at the tight end position. Cal Jepson, the outstanding quarterback, and his buddy Quentin Ashcroft will be the wide man, as Miles Wager will be the tailback, as Fahrenholtz, King, Layden, and Marshall up front doing a better job than they did last week, especially on that last drive. 1st and 10 for East High, lead 13-7. Going to be a close one. The crowd big, especially here on the side as they go big, and they got a man who got a hold right there. As on the sidelines right there, East High was calling that before they threw it, so they've been saying they've been holding our receivers, which they were, and they're going to get 15 yards the easy way right there.
Yep, that's one thing you could do with some speedy receivers and stuff, and you could see the grabbing and pulling after the 5 yards. So East going up at top right away, and the beneficiary of a pass interference holding.
Chris Ford out there at wide receiver. Chris, the outstanding cornerback. goes to wide receiver. They get 15 yards right there, and that's the only call you're going to get on your own sideline. You're not going to get that on the other side, so it's first down for East High as they're on the move again. Beautiful drive to end the first half, scoring with just 13 seconds to go. Ball deflected as Thomas, coming off that edge, makes another deflection. Boy, he's going to be an outstanding collegiate player on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, that's one of the quick plays that East has been really successful all year running. So him getting that deflection there, kind of breaking that up.
You see that play more often. We call it the Caleb Williams play. They drop down, throw it quickly, sidearm, and Thomas.
Kind of avoid those DNs, sometimes those big rangy DNs,
And he is at 6'3", and all 220 pounds. So handoff to Wagger, and Miles is still trying to go. They're going to scrum it up at about the 32-yard line. So short run, and it's going to bring up a big 3rd down and 9 for the Black Raiders. Ashcroft checks in. Ford comes out. John Yates will be in the slot. Loudon Grimsley is the wide out to the other side. One back is Wagger. Usually a screen play, but Bishop Heelan has done a nice job. They swing it out to Miles. He catches it, but there is a bunch of Crusaders waiting for him. And he is knocked down well short of the first down. They had that play well scouted out, as they've done that all night, as Will Patty came over and made the tackle, number 17. And that'll bring up another punt for East High.
Yeah, good job by Heelan coming out besides the penalty on the hold. Getting basically a 3 and out, and getting the ball back.
Carson Finch, a quarterback who has been running around, taking some hits. He's back returning punts. Boy, who'd he make? Who'd he tick off at practice? So Carson's going to get the punt, and he's going to say, you know what, I'm going to let that thing bounce, and it was a good decision. And it's down at the 43-yard line, so Carson Finch will come up. Boy, that's something. Take all those hits, and go return punts, kid. He's a tough kid, number 1.
He is. He bounced back. Yeah, he's taken a lot of hits tonight, but yeah.
He's out there slapping 5. He's ready to play.
It's like a Duracell battery, keep on ticking. So, you like to see tough kids like that.
Absolutely. He's a fun player to watch. Okay, so here comes the Crusaders, who scored on their last possession after failing and punting their first 6 possessions, with only getting 2 first downs, both via penalty. Thomas broke one on a 4th down and 1. He's in the tailback position right now, and they'll get a full dose of him as he plows up there, and you can see the line just fall forward as that big guy lowers his shoulder and picks up the better part of 5 yards.
Yeah, it's a big line surge. Those, give credit to the offensive line up there, moving guys, and then you got that big back behind you. He's easy to block for.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 5 as Thomas, we're going to see a lot of him right now as they're moving it hard, as trying to there's our good friend Anthony Mitchell from KCAU back in the corner there. Good to see him. You can watch all the highlights tonight on Anthony's show as Hogan Camp holds on to Thomas as he tries to find a little yardage in there, gets to about the 47-yard line of East High. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and a manageable 3 is a little more rhythm in this football game after a slow start.
Yeah, Heelan finding a little rhythm with the running game. I think if you're these defense, you know where they're going to go. You're just going to kind of have to rally to the big ball carrier,
So 13-7 your score, and a big 3rd down and a long, maybe 2 here, as there's Thomas, penetration by East High, and here they came. So that's going to be a loss of 2. That time they got the big back early as Monose Kasongo came in there from his DN position. And Monose, who's being recruited by all kinds of the big schools, Notre Dame, Michigan, Nebraska, even an offer, and you see him right there. And the big fella, once he learns the trade, look out.
Yeah, he's really raw to the game, but he's got the framework, he's got the size, he's got the athletic ability to
Here's the punt, and that one, I don't know if it was blocked or shanked, but it got out there, and it must have been blocked. I believe they've had all kinds of trouble with those snaps. They're just not getting out there fast enough. And Landon Block, who has done an incredible job of evading rushers to get punts off. He got that one out. I don't know how. So it's going to be great field position for East High. We'll see what they can do with it here. They lead 13-7. Miles Wagger with a 1-yard touchdown run gave them the lead. Thomas with a 52-yard touchdown run for Heelan. A 7-6 lead after the extra point. East extra point was blocked. And then Yates from Jepson from 5 yards out. 13-7 is your score. Cal Jepson had a huge game last year in his first start against Bishop Heelan. Takes a snap, going to tuck it under this time, and Cal's going to get past the line of scrimmage. As once again, you're looking for that quick pass, but I'll tell you what, this Heelan defensive staff has done a great job of taking away the pet plays.
Yeah, they, that was some tight coverage there, so they want to take, not giving much space, real tight man-to-man coverage, so you're going to look for like maybe some hitch and goes and stuff like that, and getting a good release off the line of scrimmage if you're a receiver to get open.
Beautiful night for football here at Olson Stadium. Two longtime rivals playing on a Thursday night. Jepson to Wagger. Miles finds a hole, pops it out there again, and takes a big hit. He's going to be very close to his first down pending on the mark here. They're going to say first down, I believe. So
good spot on that forward motion there. Yeah. Good spot on that. Yeah, for Miles. So
Miles is gaining rhythm, as his brother Brandon likes to say, and picks up another first down. Miles over 70 yards now in the football game. Has not been a lot of yardage. 5th first down of the game for East High. Cal Jepson's going to roll, survey, look out. This is where he's dangerous as he's going to get some time now. And now he has some receivers, and Shepard can't hold on to it. As that ball, Cal Jepson had some options there, and Cal being Cal with that great instinct that he has.
Yeah, the ball there could have been caught, put right in his hands there and stuff, but he got hit instantly, so. But did a good job of just buying time, buying time. He never got a chance to watch Fran Tarkington back in the 70s. That was the guy that was the scrambler that I always remember that kind of started the scrambling.
Oh boy, that was some weird stuff old Fran used to pull. He was all about 5'9".
Yeah.
2nd down and 10. Jepson will survey the field as two receivers near. It looks like a blitz. Miles Wagger's going to burn it right up the gut, and there's Miles getting close again to another first down as now the offensive line starting to, the big boys up front, Jeff, starting to take control.
And sometimes you do that. You start your imposing your will, you start wearing down that D-line, and you know what the play is, and they're kind of doing a good job now moving Heelan's D-line off.
Miles showing great patience. 3rd down and 1. Now he's going to bounce to the outside, makes a run, cuts back there, but we're going to have a hold, and this one's coming back as the referee threw that, and normally that means a hold, and that took away a nice run by Miles Wagger, and well, he probably would have gotten there because of the hold, but it's going to take away a first down right there.
Yeah, big penalty there for Heelan. Otherwise, East is first and 10 on their side of the field. Now it's going to set them back for 3rd and long.
So it would have been a first down, and now it's going to be 3rd down, and it looks like 10 yards, maybe 11 yards. Rob Maynard and his crew for Metro Sports will be in West Sioux of Haywarden as the 9th-ranked Falcons will take on perennial power in 3A Central Lyon. He'll have that. Here's the screen set up, middle screen, and trying to bounce to the outside. Look out, cutting it back, getting his first down, and getting very close. He tried to pop out of there just one more time. Nice play right there as Grecken Mandel, who you think should get the football a little bit. Every time he touches it, he goes.
I've watched him sometimes. He's nice job zigging and zagging and finding a area to get that first down. Big first down for the Black Raiders.
First down indeed, and Grecken's going to get the ball, and he's going to almost pop to the outside, but a nice tackle right there as he just started going down there as Thomas made a great tackle. He was getting blocked on the play and still reached out. Had he not, Grec probably could have got inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you got some fresh legs out there, you can tell, and he's running hard.
Quick huddle by the Black Raiders. They're on the run with 5:49. There goes that quick pass, and Johnny Yates picks it up, puts his head forward, and gets a first down. Got a good block out there by Grimsley, but what a play by John Yates, who continues to make big plays.
Yeah, ball was a little high. He kind of batted a little bit, brought it in, and then zipped up there for, looks like another Black Raider first down.
We do have a injured Crusader on the play.
That looks like Thomas. I'd hate to see that.
It does look like Thomas. Is that on that? Hopefully he wasn't chip blocked, but we'll see when we come back. East High on the move. Hope it's just a cramp. It looks like it is. When we come back, East High on the move. They lead 13-7. Career at CF Industries. Tonight's game is presented by CF Industries. Their mission is to provide clean energy to feed and fuel the world. You ever been out there? Man, that's impressive. CF Industries?
CF Industries, yeah, one time.
Know what it is? Yeah,
one time.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I'm impressed. I'm not, aware of that much that goes on in those areas, but I have been out there one time, and yeah, it looks very impressive.
It is. I got a tour with Rehan and Emily, and we appreciate all the support that CF Industries has given us. 1st and 10, Cal Jepson, the quarterback, looks, fires, has a man, ball's caught by Claiborne, and he's down at the 16-yard line. Beautiful throw by Cal Jepson, and here come the Black Raiders.
And there we got the big Claiborne, a big tight end, the sophomore, just an outstanding looking tight end. Boy, that was a nice ball, and boy, Claiborne with his big paws brought it down, and he's a nice target out there.
That's what you call high pointing. It's a first down. East High starting to move. Bishop Heelan looks like they're going to send the house. They do. Cal Jepson sets, fires it up there. We got a penalty flag, as we're going to have a face guard in the corner. As Cal Jepson wisely just put it up where, again, no one could make a play. He saw that the defender had his back turned, lobbed it up there, pass interference.
Yeah, just kind of a real savvy play by Cal there, just knowing the game, and the DB didn't turn back at all, so he just put in a position where either his guy could get it or it's going to be a pass interference.
So East High continues to make a drive right here, and we're just getting just a little bit as we look at the Crusaders. A lot of hands on their hips. They got a lot of players that go both ways.
Yeah, they got they got several guys going both ways. Some of those linemen, like the Logan Gray on the line and D end. He's played about every play. You got Thomas and playing every play. There's several of those others interior linemen kind of go both ways. So.
Stay tuned for the Wall of Fame player of the game, brought to you by Wall of Fame of Siouxland. All your embroidery and good team stuff from Wall of Fame. And right now, both teams seeing if they can make a play and get the Wall of Fame player of the game. So first down and 3, or first, are they going to be first and goal? I believe first and goal right here for East High. They lead 13-7 and controlled the ball now. And there's a bad snap. Oh boy, Miles Wagger's going to pick it up. They should have just fell on it, didn't. And the ball's going to be picked up by Thomas as Miles tried to make a play out of it. Probably just should have fallen on it. And the ball goes over to Bishop Heelan, and a golden opportunity for the East High Black Raiders as both teams struggling with that snap.
Yeah, and that snap was that was a mile high. So just unfortunate, getting that snap back. They do that all the time. So especially in that crucial situation where they're down there ready to put one in.
Instant replay brought to you by our good partners, KCAU Channel 9. You can see highlights tonight on KCAU Sports Zone at 10 o'clock news with Anthony Mitchell. Our good friend Tim Seaman, who we've known for years, the news anchor at KCAU. Thanks to Andy and Anthony and Tim and all that group. Sophie at KCAU, outstanding partners. And our partners up in Sioux Falls, Channel 13, KSFY Dakota News Now, just as good up there, helping out Brad Newitt. Favors gets the call. And East High Black Raiders have seen a lot of that, and they're just teeing off right there. Hogan Camp on the play right there. So James been kind of quiet over there at that outside linebacker for him because the ball's been going in the middle a lot. But
he really filled in there that time.
Yes,
so.
He did. Looked like his brother on that play. So Breifogel, number 24, is on the weak side. Snap, handoff. Favors trying to dance outside. Gets past the line of scrimmage and picks up maybe about 3 or 4 yards. Not much going on there as Cooper Fritz, the standout sophomore, made the tackle. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and long 5 at the 35-yard line.
Well, big 3rd down here. You know, Heelan converts. They keep that D on the field. East gets out of it. They get their offense back on the field.
A little momentum after that long drive of over 65 yards by East High, but a bad snap. So 3rd down and 5. Little deep handoff coming to the outside and putting his head down and getting the 1st down. His Favors as went to the outside. That's Thomas. No, that is Favors.
Favors, yep,
right
he bounced,
there 4 and 7.
Nice bounce to the outside.
Looked like Thomas. So Favors getting his legs. That break probably helped him a little bit and made a good play there. Deep handoff. There was penetration, but he got to the outside. The East staff wanted a hole. Didn't get it, and it's a 1st down. And as you said, that was a key 1st down as Bishop Heelan's defense have been on the field this whole 3rd quarter. So the little quarterback for Heelan, Carson Fitch, who has been quite fun to watch. Favors gets the ball again, and they're going to just keep plowing her right up the middle and see if they can get Thomas in there to break one. And here comes the big fella. 2nd down and 7. 53 seconds. Go to Metro Sports TV. Check out our schedule and our features and watch all the games on demand. I would, if you're going to watch this one, I would skip it until about midway of the 2nd quarter and then start watching.
Unless you like to see a lot of good D, I guess. Defensive guys love, there's a good group that just loves, some good solid D, old school.
Is that what it is? Thomas is going to get the call deep. Ooh. And he had a little bit of some room there, but Cooper Fritz held on to him, and that big body, going to give him a tough mark. They just love to move it back an extra yard, don't they?
I'm always looking for both sides. It always looks like they got another yard or two, but then I'm
going to give him just about the 1st down. I said, we'll move it back 2 yards. So Kaysen got a tough spot there, but we're sure he's going to get the ball at least the next 2 times on 3rd down and a long 2 for Bishop Heelan, trying to pick up their 2nd 1st down after controlling. They're going to go wide with the big guy. He's going to bounce outside, and that's a nice tackle right there, holding him short as Chris Ford, the wiry little cornerback, comes up and shows he can tackle.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Chris Ford coming up and open field tackling on the big guy. So good open field tackle there. 4th and short.
Oh boy. So Coach LaFleur is going to see with that big back and at least try a hard count. 4th and 1. I'm going for it right there.
Yeah, I think you got nothing to lose here. You're on that side of the field. Most coaches go for it in this situation.
Impressive tackle by Chris Ford.
You got to trust what you've been doing good, pounding it up the middle a little bit. So
4th down and 1. Big play right here at the East High 45-yard line. They're going to go quarterback sneak and looked like there was motion, but now you're going to say he got it. So the only ones moving were the center and the quarterback, and that's 1st down. So 2 1st downs for Bishop Heelan. So safe and good call. And 1 minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Bishop Heelan on the move. Metro Sports TV on a Thursday night special. Thomas is the deep back. They're going to go with him. He's going to try to find some yardage, and he just leans it forward. He just falls for it. He picks up 3. It'll be 2nd down as East High starting to rotate players in and out. It's been a hot day today. Well, a lot of wind early. Don't see much wind right now. I do see a drone hanging out up above, and usually in the wind that is effective. But we text each other back and forth. They asked me what was going on. I said, the wind's blowing a little bit. He said, how much? And I said, 15. He goes, we can handle that. So 2nd down and 8. That a wide pitch to Kaysen Thomas. He's going to fall forward and
You know, they're kind of getting the old 3 yards and a cloud of dust going is what they've got going right now.
It's like a 3 yards on a big lean by the big fella.
Cloud of rubber now with all the field turf these days.
Yeah, I've been talking to a lot of the kids about that. And back in the day when it first came out, everybody liked to play on the turf. But now the kids are starting to say
they're now kind of a shift back and
back to the grass.
Going back to the University of Nebraska is looking to go to natural grass, I think, next year.
Oh,
yeah,
with that good quarterback, huh?
So yeah.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter. Bishop Heelan on the move. They'll face a 3rd and 3 at the East High 37-yard line. When we come back, it's 13-7. The score, East High leads, but Bishop Heelan on the move.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
We're back looking for the Wall of Fame player of the game, brought to you by the Wall of Fame of the Sioux City. After the game, go to Bob Rose Point after. Tradition and history down at Bob Rose. So good wings and all that other good stuff at Bob Rose after this football game. And a point after could be the difference right here. The East High defense going to have to buckle up here as you said, old style football by Bishop Heelan, just how they wanted to play the game.
Yep, keep these drives. That turnover was huge. You go up 2 scores at that time. It's a lot different than just 6 points. And then now, Heelan's got a good drive going here.
We thought that. We thought if East High could get it in with 3 touchdowns, they would be in command. But that turnover on 1st and goal at the 9 was big. 3rd down and 3 right here. Little counter, deep handoff. Thomas is going to try to get outside, does. Turns in, fumbles the football, and East High has it. So Thomas made a nice run to get his 1st down, but took a big hit in there. And who was the East High Black Raider? I believe it was Claiborne who made the big hit and the recovery right there. Nope, guess who? Chris Ford made the hit. And Claiborne picked it up, so what a play by Chris Ford. And Chris is a wiry 5'10", but boy, I'll tell you what, he's willing. Nice play.
Yeah, nice play there, boy. That was a big hit. I thought Thomas did a good job getting the 1st down, and then he got walloped, and look, he might probably got hit right where the ball was and spurted out. And Casey Claiborne with the big recovery for the East Black Raiders.
Well, turnover is fair play. Big turnover there after East High turned it over, and after a long drive, then Bishop Heelan went on a long drive, but Chris Ford with a big hit on Thomas. He fumbled the football. Claiborne picked it up, and East High has the ball here to start the 4th quarter. Ball fake, ball fired out there, and again they jump that screen, and they're lucky to get that one back.
Yeah, they've had some good coverage on that. There's not much separation, like not even a yard. They've been right on that.
Miles Wager, I thought we'd get a full dose of him this possession. I think he really wanted to take that ball right from Cal and run it. He's had a nice second quarter, and Miles wanted the football right there, but it's going to be 2nd down and 10 right there. As
they're looking to get looks like they got him to jump, but officials didn't call it.
East High has been behind the sticks most of the game. They're going to go long, fire it out there, and run in, and there's a catch. And what a throw and catch to Ashcroft. We're going to have a hold on Bishop Heelan, but can you throw the ball any better than Cal Jepson threw right there?
Boy, nice ball. You get that good air under it, nice tight spiral, and Ashcroft with a nice route and keeping his foot in bounds. Here we got it on the replay. Ball's up in there. Ashcroft catches it right at the sideline, gets that foot down. You only need 1 foot in high school, and what a great job.
Oh, boy. Anthony Mitchell, put that one on your Sports Zone highlights. Thank you, KCAU, our fine partner, bringing our instant replay right there. What a play, as you see it again on 3 different views as our producer Riley doing it. Here's Miles Wager going forward, going to fall to about the 44-yard line, and we can't. Cal Jepson is not having his usual huge night, but he has thrown some balls that have just been terrific.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Heelan for some good pressure and some tight coverage too. But he's throwing some when he's needed to. He's throwing some nice balls,
We have another cramp down. We're going to take a break with on this cramp. Hopefully he's okay. Second down and 8, 11:25 to go. Now East High has the momentum when we come back on Metro Sports.
You don't just play, you game. United Sports Academy at CNOS Fieldhouse has every field for every player. 20,000 square feet of turf, 3 batting cages, volleyball courts, basketball courts, pickleball, and more. If you got game, you got to get to United Sports Academy. Challenge yourself and sign up for programs, teams, or even rent the facility. Lessons, sports clinics, and training for every athlete. Get your game on at United Sports Academy. Online at usportsacad.com.
So we hope it's just a cramp on this hot night, Thursday night special in front of a big crowd. It's Bishop Heelan and East High battling out, defensive battle, but now both offenses starting to click a little bit. Two key turnovers lately, one by East High, one by Heelan. Both teams were on the drive. East High had first and goal on theirs, and then a first down at the 25 would have been for Bishop Heelan, and now East High's on the move, second down and 8. Jepson brings him up. He's going to step right back, fires, has a man, and ball's dropped.
Yeah, good, yeah. Put the ball right where he needed to. He just, catch that and you get about a first down there, so.
Rimsley tried to look that one in, but in between two defenders.
Yep.
Jepson put it right on
little
the
zip on there, too, so sometimes you're looking at those defenders. I mean,
so that's going to bring up third down and 8 right there for East High. Bishop Heelan has been blitzing on third down. They have Thomas as the defensive end to the right. They've had their hands full. This time they get out on him. Nice job, Cal Jepson, but now here comes Thomas. Took too much time. He was looking big for Ashcroft, who had just broken deep, but Cal couldn't quite get it off. They did a nice job initially, but Thomas can play.
Yeah, just good job hanging onto the ball there. They didn't fumble it.
Indeed. So that's going to bring up fourth down and 10, and I would assume we've got another cramp as Bishop Heelan player back deep in the secondary right there as Ashcroft was going deep one more second, and that one was going to be in the air, but you better get it off in Case and Thomas. Initially, they did a nice job of blocking him. 13-7 is your score. Pat Schultz, Brian Jepson here tonight. Brian Jepson, East High greats, played in this series. Watched this series when he was a kid, as he said. You and Buddy used to come here.
Coached with Jim O'Hearn and the great Walt Fiegel, and great Jim O'Hearn and Del Hughes back in the day, and Zedeker, Bob Goodman, and I was thinking of all the coaches, Brian Webb, and then go way back to the Terry Stevens. When I was a kid, I remember going to Terry Stevens, had some of the best football camps around, so.
Had some of the best teams around.
Best teams around, too, yeah. So I remember coming here for a Newton game on a playoff game in the early 80s, and this stadium was it was a Saturday afternoon, and there was people standing all over. It was just packed, and they had that Trey Jackson, and this commit at that time, he had an offer from USC. He ended up going to Iowa. But Trey Jackson was the big back.
Why would you do that?
So. Not sure. I think, I don't know.
Bill Lewis went to Nebraska and then the NFL.
Dave Croston to Iowa.
Both Croston boys, and Jeff Lambert and Westfall and all these great players, Wager, Prout, they were just outstanding back in the day. And they had beaten Johnny Tritz and Heelan with a goal line stand in the game right before that.
Yeah, there was some incredible teams, both teams.
Tim Iverson went to Iowa State from Bishop Heelan. Fourth down and 11, they're going to punt it, hoping to play it. They better get it off, and they just get it off as Thomas was going to make another play. This is going to take an East High bounce, and it's going to go all the way down to the 2-yard line.
Wow, that went from almost blocked to down to the 2-yard line. So
great job by Jacob Burrell punting it back. Just got it off as Case and Thomas was coming hard. And the funny thing is, they were double teaming Cason, and he still about got there. So first down at the 2-yard line for Bishop Heelan, 98 yards away from trying to take the lead. 10:40 to go in the game. Their little battler quarterback's going to step up there. He has just been battling all day. Has been Carson Fitch. Hasn't completed a lot of passes, but he's out there now and back against the wall right here. So you got to be very careful. An early fumble at the 15-yard line hurt Bishop Heelan, as that set up the first score in the first quarter, first possession for East. They jumped out 6-0. There's a handoff. Favors is going to go into that stack, and they're stripping and ripping for the ball. And East High defense has plugged up pretty well in there.
Yep, it's this is East trying their best to hold them down, make them punt out of their end zone, give the offense some good field position, hopefully try to get another score and salt it away. Heelan trying to get a methodical. If they could drive the ball down the field and in their style, they could probably run out the whole quarter and put one in the end zone late.
Cooper Fritz on the tackle there. Cooper doesn't look that big. He's 6 foot, 200 pounds, just a sophomore, and he is very willing at that linebacker position. There's a handoff. Favors trying to get outside, but runs into Hogan Camp and Ullman, who's played a great game at tackle for East High, and also jumping in there and trying to strip the ball away. Number 51, Stacey Gorman, is in there now, and they're plugging things up in the middle. 3rd down and 5.
Big 3rd down here for the East defense and the Heelan offense.
9:28 to go. Clock could be an issue this late, or this deep in your own 5-yard line. He looks from his own end zone, fires it over the middle in a crowd, and it's ball's intercepted by Chris Ford.
What a play by Chris Ford. He read that so nice. He went with the quarterback's eyes. He saw the receiver was right in his hip pocket, and boy, that's a nice play by Chris Ford in the secondary.
Were you surprised by the play call?
Well, they've been running. I think they just figured maybe someday you got to take a shot, and try to get,
He zipped it over there, but into coverage, and Breifogel and Ford, and Chris Ford is going to rip it out of there. So big turnover right there at East High now with 9:09 to go. They can put it in the end zone and force Bishop Heelan to pass. Well, you could have that for a result. So 1st down and 10. Cal Jepson will lead that offense out. Montese Kasongo will go to the left. Miles Wagger, the tailback. You could see a whole lot of handoffs right here. As Colin Pittenger has gone into fullback, which normally means they're going to run the ball with some power, but we're going to have a timeout first. With 9:09 to go, we're going to take a timeout with them as East High threatening. 13-7 your score on Metro Sports TV.
Jackrabbits don't wait to see what the future holds. They build it. At South Dakota State University, the next generation's leaders are preparing to launch. They're focusing on growth, and they're reaching new heights of excellence across vital industries. SDSU is building something greater for South Dakota and the world. Join us.
Welcome back. Pat Schultz, Brian Jepson here tonight on Thursday. 13-7 your score. Tomorrow night, Bob Maynard will have the 9th-ranked Falcons of West Sioux against perennial power from 3A Central Lyon. And then Saturday will be President's Bowl as Jefferson will be playing Lincoln and Sioux Falls. And Washington will be playing Jefferson. Roosevelt will be playing Lincoln. Let me get that straight. So Brad Newitt and the Metro Sports TV crew from Sioux Falls will have that. We have a 1st down and 10 after the interception by Chris Ford. They're going to go play action fake. Jeps is going to roll, has a man wide open. I believe that's Pittenger, a fullback, and a new wrinkle going in there. They usually have Pittenger the lead back. They go with a beautiful play call right there, 1st down. Jepson with a great ball fake and a great throw.
One of my favorite plays, the old bootleg, and I run this at the middle school like to death. So, the bootleg, the good fake with the run action, and you got the guy coming out in the backfield in the flat. And Cal did a good job throwing the ball right on the money on the run.
1st and goal, East High threatening after the interception. Wagger, deep handoff, bounce to the outside. Now he's going to come inside, gets to about the 6-yard line, and runs into some big Crusaders right there. Number 75 for Bishop Heelan has played an outstanding football game at that defensive tackle spot. Big number. Disappeared on me. Might be 76. No, it's 75.
No,
He's been in there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's Cole Sprague. Yeah, Cole Sprague.
Yeah, Cole Sprague's made a couple of plays in there. Got another Crusader down. heat trying to take over. It's still been a hot September here in Iowa, and it looks like another cramp, and you never know how long those are going to take, so we're going to take a break. When we come back and see some of our advertisers here on Metro Sports.
Is it?
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Presents Do You Know Pizza? The exciting trivia game where if you don't know pizza, just wing it. True or false? Romanian Christian Jimitru ate 200 pounds of pizza in a week.
Mamma mia, that's a lot of pizza.
Bob Rose knows pizza, and they know how to feed a hungry family. Pizza, wings, burgers, chicken, and more. Bob Rose, where good food and good times gather.
We're back as the injured player, and maybe more than cramp. We hope it's not, but Bishop Heelan player is still down at about 5-yard line, 13-7. East High on the move in front of a nice crowd.
Yeah.
On a Thursday night.
Yeah, I remember a lot of these games, just the big crowds. Even the one year when Heelan got the best of them, had about 9,000 fans in the crowd. I think it was Sabian Clark and Hunter Hope and your boy Tommy Schultz. I think he rushed for about 260 yards that night. And East just had a hard time. East had a hard time stopping them. So
not quite that many.
And they had a really good team, solid team. Ranked number 1 and 2 in the state for several weeks, and just got clipped up in the playoffs. I remember I wasn't at that game, but they had a team that could make the push probably to the state title. And but the nights I watched them, boy, they just we were outmatched. East was definitely outmatched that night.
Well, I remember those two, and that's why I tell John LaFleur, Coach, why didn't you start your coaching career early? You have about 5 3A titles by now, but a nice crowd on hand here tonight. Another player on that good team. We talked about Mighty Quinn Olson, the outstanding quarterback now playing at the University of Arizona in the Big 12. His brother Drew was an outstanding player, and I always like to say this about Drew, who was an outstanding hybrid corner, linebacker type. The Pacific Ocean covers 3/4 of the world. Drew Olson covers the rest. You can say that about Chris Ford, who has been outstanding tonight. His big interception set this up.
Just a nice, just really what a great play by Chris Ford. Started as a freshman in the secondary last year. He's got great hips, great movement. Eyes the ball, and you can just see he just gets better and better. I can imagine he's only a sophomore. He's still got 2 more years of high school football, so he's going to definitely be getting a lot of looks.
He is a prototypical cover corner with that quickness, and as you said, that hips and the way he reads the ball. As you look at our drone shot of Siouxland as we get set here, as the player is still down for Bishop Heelan.
We got a number on him, or?
I did not see the number, as he's being tended by 3 or 4 different people down on the field as we get set here. We're going to take another break right here as we get set with 8:28 to go. Bishop Heelan trails 13-7. East High on the move.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
H2O for You is your water store. H2O for You is the solution for cleaner dishes, clothes, showers, and tubs, and water that tastes fantastic. Your water store will even test your family's water for free. And all of our equipment comes with free basic installation. Having issues with your current water system? Your water store services most brands. Have the clean, soft, great-tasting water your family deserves. Go to softwater.com or call 258-SOFT today.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
Josh and Emily are visiting Emily's parents this weekend, where Josh will propose. He's nervous, but not about the ring. Well done, Josh. Well done. Chase is proposing to Ashley at the resort where they first met. Ashley was vacationing with friends, but Chase ended up being her best friend of all, plus some. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
Well, the Bishop Heelan Crusader is still on the field. They have brought out a stretcher. Jeps, the way they looked, it looked like probably a concussion type of deal.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate or anything, but yeah, I mean, we hope the young man's all right, and we wish him the best. And a lot of times, hopefully, they just take a lot of precautions in these things, but not sure what his injury might be.
So there we go. Like he's in good hands, and they'll take care of him and continue here with 8:28 to go. As might have happened on the tackle as we looked, because that's right where the action was. Tonight's game is presented by CF Industries, providing clean energy to feed and fuel the world. Also, thank you to Central Bank for the pregame show, Vern ID Motorcars for the keys of the games, Greenberg Jewelry for their halftime reports, Sioux City Tarps for the East High starting lineups, and stay tuned for the Baumgars postgame show. As we'll have a postgame show, we'll have our Wall of Fame player of the game. Shout out to Bob Rose Point After. Visit Bob Rose Point After right after this game, and our good friends at Bodega Grill on historic Court Street. And you're always in good hands with Ryan Stussy at Allstate Insurance, as his Hinton Blackhawks playing some good football over there. And Family First Dental, all 30 locations across northwest Iowa and northeast Nebraska. And our good friends at ILCC, Iowa Lakes Community College, as Metro Sports has moved into the Lakes region and been fronted up by ILCC. H2O to go from Sioux City. Steel Strong from of Sioux City and United Sports Academy of Dakota Dunes. Thank you to all of our advertisers on Metro Sports. We appreciate it as we continue to bring you the best in high school sports. You can watch all of our free and live broadcasts and then watch them on demand on Metro Sports TV on YouTube, featuring player coaches interviews, team and player rankings, game predictions, and blogs. That's all of this on Metro Sports on YouTube. As Metro Sports, we made the move over to YouTube. Glad we did it. You can also find us on Twitter Live, which a lot of people watch that, we found out. Didn't know that. I didn't even know what it was, but now I do. And, of course, you can see us with our partners on KCIU Channel 9, SiouxlandProud.com, and KSFY Channel 13 in Sioux Falls. We have our own linear channel, 13-2, where our broadcasts are now on cable and in Sioux Falls. Boy, they love their sports up there. Oh, yeah. Boy. So that's been a great thing. And then as the season moves on, we'll have some great football and basketball from the Des Moines metro area. Looking forward to that. And if you're in the Lakes region, one of our featured schools is now Spirit Lake. So if you like sports, go to Metro Sports. We have it all for you, and we really appreciate the support, both with our advertisers and the amazing amount of viewers that we get, including a lot of your pals, as I see you texting away over there. We're out there and people are finding it.
I mean, on these East games, I know we get guys from Tennessee to Texas to California to Georgia, and then around the area, Minnesota. Got a few out even in upstate New York. So just a lot of different avenues that you can access Metro Sports now with the Twitter and the Facebook and the Roku and YouTube. YouTube seems to kind of be a great way too. And then everything on demand too, so you can rewatch games. We've done just a lot for high school sports, and that's what we like. We like sports, football
Indeed.
and basketball, and we like to see young kids compete at a high level and play their best. And this gives them an opportunity, to perform and to come back and watch themselves during the week.
Indeed.
So
when you go and look at the metrics after midnight, you get it after midnight. You can see a lot of people on demand, watching the game on demand. That's the players and their parents watching the game on demand after they get home. So also Dakota Valley, of course, Coach Jason Kleiss in that long win streak basketball got it started out there. And now their football team under Carl Reinhardt, our good friend, playing very good football. We just did a game up there in Colton. Great football game last Friday night as Drew Luckin and his gang, the quarterback for DV, came up just a little bit short, but they're a fun football team. And we talked about Hinton. They're fun. Rob Maynard will be in West Sioux tomorrow night. Next week we'll be at Spirit Lake, amongst other games, watching. I'm going to be at the Big House watching Southern California against Michigan, so those guys will be on their own. That's probably better off that way.
Yeah.
So we're still waiting. The young man from Bishop Heelan is still tending to him. We're going to take a little bit of a break here and come back as 13-7 is your score. Once again, the Bishop Heelan player going to be put on a stretcher here as the ambulance is trying to move back, trying to back in, and the gate's locked, and they're trying to get it unlocked. So that's been the holdup, we believe. So we'll be back right after this. 13-7 is your score on Metro Sports TV.
And Emily are visiting Emily's parents this weekend, where Josh will propose. He's nervous, but not about the ring. Well done, Josh. Well done. Chase is proposing to Ashley at the resort where they first met. Ashley was vacationing with friends, but Chase ended up being her best friend of all, plus some. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
KCAU and Metro Sports TV have teamed up to give you the most complete sports coverage in Siouxland. Watch live full broadcasts of local high school sports on SiouxlandProud.com. Just click Live Sporting Events under the Sports tab. KCAU 9 and Metro Sports TV. We're Siouxland proud.
Prestige. Widespread respect and admiration felt for someone or something on the basis of a perception of their achievements or quality. It's a name that speaks for itself. Prestige is something you earn. It's where quality counts since 1975. And we improve ourselves at every chance by working with customers every step of the way. Visit either Prestige Collision Center's location today, where it's more than just a name.
Jackrabbits don't wait to see what the future holds. They build it. At South Dakota State University, the next generation's leaders are preparing to launch. They're focusing on growth, and they're reaching new heights of excellence across vital industries. SDSU is building something greater for South Dakota and the world. Join us.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection, connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
This perfect ring is for Allie from Zach. They married without a diamond ring right before Zach went to serve his country. And now he's back. Jake and Sarah successfully pitched a big client together over a year ago. They got along very well. So well, in fact, Jake's about to pitch Sarah a proposal. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond.
Okay, the young Crusader was on the stretcher, but he raised his hands up to a big of approval from the crowd, and that was really good to see. So the young man probably got nicked up just a little bit.
Yeah, with the precautions, raising his hand and getting his hand up there, that was kind of a big relief to all of us. So hopefully that means that everything's going to be okay, and because he's out here playing his best on a great night. So just our best thoughts and wishes to him.
Okay, so the player down was Luke Fisher, who's played a great game at linebacker hybrid position. So it was Luke, but it looks like he's going to be okay, which is good to hear. Miles Wagner picked up about 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4. The ball goes to Miles Wagner. He's going to get in. They're going to push and shove. They get down to the 1. And once again, our big fella in there, no wonder I couldn't find his number. I've got the wrong. I did a different roster. He's on yours. He's not on mine. But the big fella made a play right there.
Yeah, they got his name on the roster at 75 and 76. So, you know, he's out there 75. Cole Sprague Jr., big 6'3", 230. And he's playing in 75, and the roster they've got in the program was 76. And
well, if he's 230, I'm.
He looks more like 260. Yeah, he's playing like
big
he's
fella made a play
well
right there. So we play by Cole as we're trying to get back in the rhythm as Luke Fisher went out, but hopefully the kid's going to be okay. And 7:10 to go. This is going to be 4th and goal from the 1. So big play. Montse Kasongo will be to the right. They like that lob play, but this has got run all over it. But I would advise them to run away from big Cole Sprague in there, who's made some plays. But you got Kason Thomas, number 7, on the outside. And we're going to have a timeout called by Bishop Heelan.
I think East took that time out. Just time was running out on the time clock. And
so 4th down and goal from the 1. Certainly Wagner has been able to get yardage. You know, Bishop Heelan is going to send the house on this play. Kel Jepson very good on that little boot rollout. What you going to do right here, Brian Jepson?
Well, it looks like they're going to kick the field goal.
I would not do that. The snaps have been scary and blocked. I would be, oh boy. So let's say he's going to fake it or something.
I mean, Burrell's a solid, good kicker.
He's a great kicker.
You got one. I mean, you can trust him at 45 and 50, but but they just had some, blocking, the blocking of this and the snapping.
Boy.
And
watch out for Kason Thomas right here. He has been all over. They've gotten great penetration up front. Jacob Burrell is a great kicker, but they're going to need to execute right here. There's a snap. Good snap. Kick is up. Nice and high, and we got roughing the kicker.
And it's good.
And the kick is good, as Jacob put it right through the middle, but he was also rough. Or did they call it on coming over the center? Nope, roughing the kicker. And got a player down in the middle, as the East High staff is complaining that they rushed in the middle, which you can't do. You can't guard over the center.
No, center's got to be kind of protected. You can't push off and jump over him. And
it's a long snapper. That is down. So now it's going to be 1st and goal for East High. Big break there. The kick was good. We got another player down. We're going to be back right after this. 13-7 is your score.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
When the thermometer drops or the snow falls, you better come in to Baumgars, where we've got what you need when you need it. Like batteries and booster cables, sand tubes, ice scrapers, and antifreeze to keep you mobile this winter. Baumgars is the place for ice melt and snow blowers, heated pet bowls, and keep you warm clothing, like insulated boots, gloves, coveralls, and coats of all kinds. From the Midwest to the Rockies, when the cold wind blows, Baumgars got you.
It's first down for the Black Raiders.
We're back. So the field goal was good, but we had a roughing the kicker. Breifogel, the big back, is in, hasn't touched the football. First and goal for East High. They're going to go for the jugular right here with 6:50 to go. Breifogel gets the call, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown. A little scrum going on in the back as these teams have been out there getting hot. Now things are getting a little bit chippy, but that's a touchdown for East High, and they take command here. Extra point pending. 19-7 is your score. They're going to go for 2 as Cal Jepson's going to lead them back out there. So Breifogel comes in, and the big fella just slams her on.
Yeah, good power run there. Not too far to go. So 2-score lead at this time. Black Raiders going to go for 2 and try to make it a 14-point game.
So big junior Jacob Breifogel, 6'3", 220 pounds. You put him at tailback, and that'll do it. The extra point pending right here. Going for 2. Really like to get Cal Jepson on the perimeter with that superb instinct that he has. East High's going to call timeout as the final 8 minutes of this football game is going to take longer than the first half and a half of quarter. So 19-7 your score, and now Bishop Heelan's going to have to throw the football.
Yeah, which kind of gets out of their wheelhouse too. They're more a run game, power game. So, but to get back in the game, they're probably going to have to throw the ball, try to get the ball some chunks down the field.
Hard thing to do against the
secondary that's pretty stingy for East. Some good, talented secondary players.
It was an interception by Chris Ford that set up a touchdown run by Breifogel. So the scoring in this football game, after a fumble inside the 15-yard line on Heelan's first possession, Miles Wagner scored from 1 yard out. The kick was blocked at 6-0. And the game kind of struggled most the rest of the way in the first half. So Bishop Heelan had a 4th down and 1 from their own 48, 52-yard touchdown run by Kaysen Thomas. Extra point was good, 7-6, but then a 74-yard drive touchdown as East High lines up for the 2-point conversion. 19-7 your score. You never know. A lot of time left. Claiborne, here's that bootleg, fires it out there, and the ball's picked off. You can return it. And they did not, and the ball was intercepted on the 2-point conversion. We thought we'd see that play, but boy, I'll tell you what, they have done a great job of taking away East High's pep plays. As a nice interception that time by Caden Lester, who's played a great game. Stopped the extra point to make it 19-7. But touchdown pass from Jepson to Yates made it 13-7. And now, after an interception by Chris Ford, a short drive and a touchdown by Jacob Breifogel, and it's 19-7 with 6:46 to go. And now Bishop Heelan's going to have to throw the football against the stout East High secondary.
Yeah, he did a good job covering it, rolling to the right. That's been a pretty good play for him over the first 3 games. Cal throwing his first interception of the year. He'll probably not be too happy about that, but it happens.
I don't think it even counts on a 2-point
It probably does, yeah, on a 2-point play, yeah, it's kind of a wash.
Get into the zone, that sports zone at 10:20 tonight with Anthony Mitchell. And tomorrow night, West Sioux of Haywarden playing Central Line. Should be a good football game in Haywarden. And Saturday, the President's Bowl from Sioux Falls. The city schools will battle it out. It is good football. It starts at 3 o'clock. Metro Sports will have both those football games for you on Saturday. So you want to take care of that. And next week, one game in Spirit Lake. I know that. I believe Hinton's back home. We'll have that football game. BV's at home. So big week. And, of course, we'll have our game from Sioux Falls. So go to Metro Sports TV for all of our schedules. 19-7 right here as East High will kick it off. They do a little pooch kick, and that's going to be caught, not fair, caught at 35, and popping out of there is Favors, and makes the best of it. He's a tough player tonight for Bishop Heelan as he rolls her out of bounds. Boy, some of these kids, that ice bath is going to feel awful good because they have played really hard.
The one thing we've seen on both sides is some good contact, good physicality tonight. Guys playing hard, and you can't fault anybody for that. The hitting's been what you expect for an East Heelan game.
Carson Fitch will step up at quarterback and try to make some plays. Little fella probably a little out of position. Trying to take the place of Mighty Quinn Olson, and Mighty Quinn, he just tuck it or run it for about 60 yards. There's a snap, handoff to Thomas, who is probably still in there. They run a die play, and he's chipped down after a short gain right there. So East High stops the big play, and the big play comes with Thomas. East High has done a nice job tackling him on the perimeter.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, the tosses and stuff like that. Some good feels by that secondary, even up making good plays, and the front seven, this D line and those linebackers, they've done an outstanding job shutting down the run tonight.
Best I've seen Montse Kasongo play at the defensive end position. Here's that pitch play, and again we talked about that tackling, and these linebackers for East High, they are very willing. As once again, Cooper Fritz does another terrific job. He's had a great game as the sophomore.
Yeah. Hats off to the defense coordinator, Coach Tonga. Boy, he's done a great job getting these guys ready this week, and he's got them playing at a high level tonight.
If there's a better guy than Coach Tonga, I'd like to meet him.
He is. He's a great guy, great teacher, fundamentally sound on teaching, linebackers.
And the kids just respect him. 3rd down and 8, big play for Bishop Heelan. Favors in motion. They fake. They're going to set up the screen, stepping up and trying to get outside, but he can't do it. As another great tackle in the open field by East High, making the play that time. It was number 58. And that was a great play as Logan Staben made the play, the junior.
Yeah, Logan Staben putting some good heat on there and wrestling down the quarterback for a loss.
You saw a little gap right there, and with 5 minutes to go, just kind of what we thought. He just does not have that pass attack. And 4th and 12, they're going to have to punt the football away. Once again, they barely get it back there. It's a low tail dragger. Chris Ford may have a return, but decides to make a Fred Lynn diving catch out of that.
That wasn't Fred Lynn. That's a good Fred Lynn, Boston Red Sox. Yeah.
Fred Lynn was one of those recruits with Anthony Davis and J.K. McKay, Pat Hayden, Charles
back
Phillips.
In the old early 70s at USC, yeah.
He was on a football scholarship.
Yeah, Pat Hayden, and
wide receiver. And, freshmen weren't eligible.
No.
He played freshman football, and then he went on and said, well, I'm pretty good at this baseball. So,
I just remember him growing up with all those, all the guys stayed on the same team back then, so you knew Fred Lynn was a Red Sox, just like Carl Yastrzemski.
Big red machine. So 1st down and 10, and you're going to get a full dose of Miles Wagger, we believe, right here, as Miles is chipping towards that 100-yard mark. Nope, they're going to go.
Gretkin's in there.
Gretkin up there, and he pops it open. Second big run by Grek, and he's got it 1st down at 13.
Yeah, that opened up nice for him, and he hit the seam, and about a 12-yard pickup.
So nice run right there. We thought Miles Wagger would be in there. I'm looking for Miles on the sideline. I hope he's not nicked up. But Gretkin comes in there, makes the play, gets to the 1st down. Tell you what, you've talked about Mandel. He's a 5'8", but he's very quick, just a junior.
Yeah, he got real quick feet and a strong, powerful kid, and he runs with some good authority.
The old line for East High under a lot of scrutiny this week. Did not play very well last week. Done a much better job today.
Yep, the big guys up front, really doing a good job. All across the line, blocking well, and now they're getting a good push on the run game.
Kel Jepson goes with that quick pass to the outside as they've been trying to get that thing to pop, and there's nothing there for John Yates. And normally when you throw the ball around, John, he catches it, but Cal fired that one out there.
That was zipped out there pretty quick.
Showed that good baseball arm. Outstanding baseball player is Cal Jepson, and basketball player, and student, and all around just a good guy. Cal Jepson, outstanding junior quarterback for East High, trying to lead his team to a big win over the arch rival. Here's Grech again, going right down the middle, and a bunch of Crusaders were having none of it. They put their heads down, made a nice solid tackle, stepping up there and making a big hit was Will Petit, I believe.
Yeah, Will Petit's been in a lot of plays.
He's a tough kid, and he makes a tackle there. As usual, we call private schools in Class 3A, it's the ultimate mulligans. It really doesn't matter what you do now as long as you're healthy and get on a nice run like they did last year in Class 3A. 3rd down and 8, and they definitely have the players there. I'm going to go with Grech, and again, he's horse-collared around the neck, gets about to midfield. As I believe it was Thomas that was in there making the play. He's played a lot. Missed the first quarter, and that probably a decision to look back on. But as we said, their season is normally towards the end.
Yeah, and there's a lot of games on the schedule to win. They're off to a 2-0 start, looking at probably going to 2-1 tonight. But they got a lot of football ahead of them, and I don't see why not. They won't be in the playoffs again.
No doubt. So it's getting up above. Beautiful night for football. These two teams, 3:07 to go. It'll be 4th and 5. East High punt, so it's not quite over yet. We've seen crazier things happen.
I just watched the highlights of this. I don't know if you saw this high school game. They scored 3 touchdowns within a comeback from, it was 24-0. They came back and won the game. A minute and 2 left in the game, and they ended up winning the game 25-24. The quarterback for the team that brought him back is committed to the University of West Virginia. And I was like, so I watched the whole minute and whatever. Yeah, they got the onside kick, scored, onside kick, scored, big, yeah. Wow. So yeah, that just popped up this week. So yeah, you never know. Game is not over.
With those new rules on the onside kick, not quite as exciting as it used to be, but you never know. A punt block here or a long punt return, you're right back in the game with 3:07 to go.
And I don't know, are the rules for onside kick same here now though, but for high school? Because it looked like where they were playing.
The snap is high. Here comes the rush, and he got it off. That one's a good one. It's going to take an East High bounce, and it's going to go way down there. So Jacob Burrell has been, both punters have been outstanding tonight. Boy, I hate to talk like you're watching an Iowa Hawkeye game when you're talking about punters being the players of the game, but Jacob has made some plays.
He's done a good, yes.
He's had a solid career as number 1 kicking the football for the East High Black Raiders. Senior year, he was kicking it well when he was a freshman and a sophomore. Had a big year last year, and this year he's doing a great job. 19-7, and this is danger zone for Bishop Heelan. He started a possession down here and ended up in an interception, and that might have wrapped up the football game, but we'll see. Way back is the tailback as they're trying to throw him offside. Fumbles the football, scrambling for it, and I think East High just got a gift touchdown. I think Jack Ullman is on the ball. They give him a touchdown, or we got a safety? It's a touchdown, East High. And it's Jack Ullman, the defensive tackle, who has played a great game tonight. And the great basketball player gets himself a touchdown from his defensive tackle position.
Boy, he showed his vertical jumping up with the ball, too, boy.
And here's our KCAU instant replay, and we got the tail end. It was a fumbled snap, and Jack Ullman's down there wrestling, and they're saying touchdown. So Jack gets the touchdown, and this score is getting a little further away than what it looked, what it really was. This game was very competitive. It still is competitive, but things getting a little carried away here as Burrell will go in for the extra point. Touchdown for Ullman, his first in his career. Snap is up. Jacob kicks the Bob Rose point after, all the way down to Bob Rose. When we come back, it's now 26-7.
H2O for You is your water store. H2O for You is the solution for cleaner dishes, clothes, showers, and tubs, and water that tastes fantastic. Your water store will even test your family's water for free. And all of our equipment comes with free basic installation. Having issues with your current water system? Your water store services most brands. Have the clean, soft, great-tasting water your family deserves. Go to softwater.com or call 258-SOFT today.
Well, a gift touchdown for East High makes it 26-7, 2:49 to go in the game. And for East High, the schedule's never easy, but they've got a few games here under their belt. AL next week.
Sioux City North.
Excuse me, Sioux City North next week.
Sioux City North next week. Then I believe.
Is it AL and then Southeast Poker opposite?
It's opposite. I just
Okay.
know Southeast Pokes looming somewhere on there. So, and like I've talked to my buddy at Southeast Poke, said, "Oh, they're probably going to down here." Like, well, I mean, Southeast down here's at Southeast Poker a little different.
Well, yeah, and there's our main mobile, the great Mitch McCumber down there going, Pat, give me a call and get me out of here. But we're going to keep Mitch down as he's doing a great job on our mobile cam, giving you those great shots. Jason Bohr on the drone shots and our tight shots. Logan Click doing a great job. Rob Maynard on camera one as we brought them all out. If you saw our press box earlier before we got all the cords tucked away as you were flying back from your football game, it was quite a setup.
Yeah, it's been quite a week. Yeah, I just since last Saturday, it seems like I've been on a football field or near a football field for the whole week. But
you're all about that.
It is. I love it.
Indeed. 2:49. Pat Schultz, Brian Jepson bringing this football game. The 87th meeting between Bishop Heelan and East High, and it's 26-7. East High leads. As we're going to try to run the clock out tonight and get everybody in. Young man from Heelan that left on a stretcher gave us the thumbs up as he left. Luke Fisher. We hope Luke's doing okay.
Yeah, I hope it's nothing major and he can rebound and get back to hopefully getting onto the field again.
Well, the one thing that Coach LaFleur has brought back to the program is that these kids play hard, and you see it even now on that last play as a couple of players got a little chippy as they pitch it out as Favors, who has done a nice job. Go all the way, kid. You deserve it. Goes out of bounds at about the 27-yard line as he's played very hard tonight. Indeed, they don't have a lot of weapons to go to, especially when Thomas is out. But you're going to need a little something against when they run into these bigger teams. Hart, I don't know who's good in 3A anymore, but since they kind of abolished the 3A and with that 4A.
4A and there's teams juggled all over.
We went to improve the team or the high school football, and we went backwards, but there's a deep handoff and bouncing outside of Favors, and he's going to be wrestled down right there. As coming up is Dane Milton, one of those standouts from the secondary. And Dane's been pretty quiet because up front they've taken control.
Yeah, the front seven for East done an outstanding job. Like I said, Coach Tonga's got to feel really good about what they've accomplished tonight. Going back to the Heelan, this team plays hard, and if throughout the history, they've always played hard. They've always played good team-oriented football. Few mistakes, well-disciplined teams, and then that's kind of the tradition that Heelan's carried with a great winning tradition.
Yeah. There's a few years you had to shake your head.
A few years there's not. I was going.
4th and 3. Here's Favors trying to get his first down, makes a nice cut, and he dives for it. Look how hard they're playing deep in this game, down 26-7. Nothing's gone right. They've seen a teammate pulled off the field, but they're out there just playing hard.
Yeah, they are. They're just playing hard. I was looking at they got a list of all the games and series and stuff like that, and for a long period of time, Dowling-Heelan was a big rivalry for 20, 30 years, and Heelan owns a big advantage on beating Dowling.
Oh,
now, they haven't played for several years because of the class sizes, but there was at one point where those two teams hooked up every year.
Yeah, well, Des Moines is really growing and continues to grow and kind of plateaued here in Siouxland. Under a minute now, 26-7 is your score. Metro Sports will be doing Metro football and basketball from the Des Moines area here shortly as we get our schedule. Looking forward to that. Brian Jepson.
Yeah, this football season rolls right into basketball. Next thing you know, there'll be guys will be dribbling.
Well, Raz Vanderloo is going to have a highly ranked basketball team with all that talent coming back. That's going to be fun to watch. East Slamma Jamma.
Yep, a lot of good players coming back there. They should be loaded.
Deep handoff again as Favors. We want him to break one so we can get over 100 yards. That's going to end it. 26-7 is your score. The East High Black Raiders kind of a rugged win over their arch rival, Bishop Heelan, who will no doubt improve. They'll get healthy and win as hard as they play. But tonight it belongs to the East High Black Raiders as they bounce back after a difficult loss last week. They bounce back with a big win. Credit to their coaching staff for a big bounce back win. We'll be back with the Baumgars postgame show right after this. 26-7, East High wins.
You don't just play, you game. United Sports Academy at CNOS Fieldhouse has every field for every player. 20,000 square feet of turf, 3 batting cages, volleyball courts, basketball courts, pickleball, and more. If you got game, you got to get to United Sports Academy. Challenge yourself and sign up for programs, teams, or even rent the facility. Lessons, sports clinics, and training for every athlete. Get your game on at United Sports Academy. Online at usportsacad.com.
This perfect ring is for Allie from Zach. They married without a diamond ring right before Zach went to serve his country. And now he's back. Jake and Sarah successfully pitched a big client together over a year ago. They got along very well. So well, in fact, Jake's about to pitch Sarah a proposal. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
Welcome back. 26-7 is your final score as East High wins a defensive battle here tonight at Olson Stadium on our Thursday night special. And Brian Jepson, it was a rugged game, then it picked up a little bit, but in the end, East High came up with some breaks, some turnovers, and end up winning this one 26-7.
Yeah, well played game. Well, both teams really committed early to stopping the other team's offense. Heelan did a good job stopping the passing attack of East, and East did a great job of stopping that running attack of Heelan. Heelan got a big drive after the East scored on that first turnover, and then East got the big drive before half that took the lead. And then the offenses kind of for East opened up a little bit, but they were snuffed out down there on a bad snap when they were looking to score. Late down here, we had a big interception by Chris Ford that led to the touchdown that put East up by 2 scores, and then the late fumble in the end zone that made it 26-7. Score's probably a little bit closer than that. Both teams played well, fought hard, and East comes out with a nice victory. It's always good to get a victory over your rival.
Only 139 yards for Bishop Heelan. 54 of that came on one play on the touchdown pass by Case and Thompson. Only 5 yards passing, while Cal Jepson threw for 151. Miles Wagger ran for 83 yards. A big win by East High to get through that. Each and every game we do bring our Wall of Fame player of the game, Jeps, and got one, of course, a defensive game. We've got a defensive back right here.
Yep, I got to think Chris Ford played an outstanding game. He had the big interception right here, read the quarterback, was right in position to make the play. His coverage skills on these receivers outstanding, and I also like the way he came up and made a lot of tackles. He came up and tackled the big running back, funneled his way up and put some good sticks on, created a fumble down here that was recovered by East. So just an outstanding performance by Chris Ford. Coverage, tackling, and, he even runs routes on offense, and I think they're going to get him more involved in the passing game going forward with his speed and good hands.
And he returns punts very well.
Returns punts, handles the ball, yeah.
Chris Ford, big tackles, an interception, caused a fumble. So Chris Ford is our Wall of Fame player of the game in the defensive battle. So it's apropos that Chris Ford, a defensive back, is our player of the game. So, Jeps, your final thoughts before we sign off here on Metro Sports?
Well, final thoughts is, I think both teams going forward got a lot to look forward. There's 3 games in. They're both sitting 2-1. The goal every year is for your team to make the playoffs, and I think both teams got a good shot at making the playoffs. Good bounce-back win for East. They got city rival North next week here at home, and hoping they can put another game together to go to 3-1. And then I think Coach LaFleur's got to be happy with what he's seen for the first 3 games. The guys are playing hard, and they got an identity of they're a physical team and able to run the ball and stuff like that and play good defense.
You've got to be impressed by how hard this Bishop Heelan team played. Tonight's game is presented by CF Industries. CF Industries provides clean energy to feed and fuel the world. And if you want to start your next career, check out CF Industries as they present our game, and we appreciate all of our outstanding advertisers. Thank you for joining us on Metro Sports TV. Thank you to all of our tremendous sponsors and advertisers who make this game possible. And thank you to KCAU. You can watch Sports Zone tonight at 10:20 for all the highlights of this football game and more. Join us it's Thursday. Join us tomorrow night. Rob Maynard and his crew will have the number 9 Falcons against perennial power Central Lyon from Hayward. And then Brad Newitt and his Sioux Falls crew will have an outstanding doubleheader President's Day. That starts Saturday at 3 o'clock from Sioux Falls. Please go to our Twitter, Facebook, and on our website, Metro Sports TV, and on Metro Sports YouTube for all of our scheduling weekly features, including game highlights, players of the game. And remember, you can rewatch this game always on demand at Metro Sports TV. Thank you to Jason Vore for his outstanding job on our drone. Thank you to Rob Maynard on camera 1 tonight. The great Mitch McCumber down there on our field level mobile camera, and Logan Click on our camera number 2. Thank you to our producer and engineer, Riley Lillenquist, for his outstanding job. And, of course, our color analysis, the great Brian Jepson, bringing all that insight and love for football for Brian Jepson. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Your final score, East High wins at 26-7 over Bishop Heelan. Take care, everybody.